One of those days. Just one of those
Actually,
days.
scratch that. It's back to back shit because yesterday was not too good either. So scratch that.
Just one of those days.
Right. I'm listening. I'm about to get the Lauryn Hill CD right now.
Okay.
How you doing?
Showing. Waiting for class. Class is in session right now.
Did you make that flyer by the way?
I, I got my back. Huh? Yes, I did. I'm making graphics now. So yeah, the first lady. What's good? Class is in session. Where's your bag? Where's your
Hey,
book bag? I got my knapsack on.
Hey Ash.
Feel like I'm going to school. What up, Sam? Ronnie, what up?
Question.
Yeah,
Were you reviewing everything up to Miseducation of Lauryn Hill or the two bonus tracks too?
the two hidden tracks.
Yeah. 'Cause I didn't really
Oh,
write
yeah,
those.
do you have the hidden tracks on your CD or no?
mine
Um,
does.
let me double
Yeah, so
check.
is mine.
Hold on.
It's hidden. It's not on the track list. It's just hidden though.
Yeah, I think I have
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Just making sure.
Yep. You know, crazy shit going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started right now. I'm tired of hearing about COVID. I'm tired of hearing about epidemic. I'm tired of all this BS right now because
When
everybody.
are when are white people going to learn that they are not the inferior race? You know that
Yeah,
we
we're
all
not.
a black person got shot 7 times in the back and is paralyzed because of a cop.
Yeah. And three of his sons witnessed that. Like, I
Right.
know his kids are traumatized from that. Like,
When
come
is the
on.
when is the bullshit gonna stop?
Exactly.
You know, it's like I'm tired of hearing about people marching and protesting. It's like it don't seem to work. It's like the same thing keep happening over and over again. And until it's like we have to take arms now. It's serious now. We got to take on. Jacob Blake got shot 7 times in the back and he's paralyzed because of a white cop,
For him
and he got
breaking
shot
up
in
a
front of
fight,
his. Huh?
he was breaking up a fight and, trying to keep the peace. I mean, come on. He got shot 7 times for that. And the nerve of them doing that in front of one of his sons,
That should never
his
happen.
3 sons at that. Really?
That should never happen. Never.
No.
When is the bullshit
He
gonna
didn't
end?
do anything. He wasn't robbing anybody. He wasn't breaking into anywhere. He wasn't doing nothing. Like,
Hmm.
I don't like it.
It's the same old shit.
I don't like none of this. Yeah, and I still can't get over the fact that it's been like 5 going on 6 months since Breonna Taylor was killed, and
Right.
still nothing's being done about that.
Exactly.
Like, are you kidding me?
That's the news people got to wake up to. Is that you know shipping and they're rioting right now in Wisconsin,
Exactly.
and I don't know what to say.
I know they were protesting earlier because I saw some photos of them protesting up there.
But we it feels like we've been doing that the whole year. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like we've been doing that forever and nothing seems to get done. So when is enough protesting going to be enough where we actually start doing physical harm to these cops? Because something gotta give. They're not charging these cops with murder, and something has to happen.
That's what, like, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be more and more people marching in order for everyone to really realize this is serious. Like, it's not going to be over. It's like we demand justice now.
Exactly. And we can't demand it. We have to take it now. It can't be no more protesting and demanding. We got to take it now. That's just what it is because this is bullshit. It's
Mm.
happening in front of people's kids, so his kids are gonna always remember that. They're gonna be traumatized from that for the rest of their life.
Mm.
You know, like that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Enough with this. You know, people want to walk on eggshells and they don't want to address the elephant in the room. That's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like they're too scared to bring it up.
Yeah. This whole black life, I feel like it's almost like now people are being courteous to black people because of the whole Black Lives movement. Don't be courteous to me because I'm black. You should be courteous to me regardless. You see me as an equal. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
no other race or being courteous to me because of the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. I don't like that's just bullshit.
Yeah.
If you wasn't being courteous to my black ass before, don't start now because of what's going on in society. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
But what if it's
Everybody
like,
is
what if,
everybody is
what if
equal.
it's like, if they had a change of heart or something, you still wouldn't believe it?
Everybody is equal. All races, everybody's equal. You're all the same. No matter what color. I don't care if you're purple, yellow, orange, whatever. There is no race
Mm-hmm.
that's superior than the other one. And that's
No.
what we need to that's what the white people need to understand. You know what I'm saying? And until that
And
happens,
mind,
same shit.
it's not all white people. It's just the ignorant,
Well,
racist,
I
and
don't say
bigoted
all white
ones
people.
that
I want to
are.
say the cops, the trigger happy cops, the racist cops. Until that shit happens, this is the shit that we're gonna have over and over again. All this protesting ain't gonna mean shit.
Right.
You wouldn't protest?
Huh?
You wouldn't protest?
Protesting is not helping. It's this the same shit to our people is still happening. What is how much protesting can we do? Do we gotta walk around with tar on our bodies and be like, yo, like we're black, respect us? Like I don't understand like what more protesting should we do until nothing is getting done. So it's like protesting is cool. We need to take action now beyond protesting. While we
Right.
protesting,
Where did this
huh?
really happen? Just asking.
I hear you.
Where did this whole
It
Jacob Blake
happened
shooting happen?
yesterday, I think it was. I think it was last night.
No, I meant where? Like where? The location?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Of course, that racist ass state. Of course, Wisconsin, Florida,
Because
all them racist ass fucking states, man. Fuck them.
the same thing is happening. Like how much protesting y'all want us to do? We done that already. You know what I'm saying? For months, by if it's a year, we still protesting and the same shit is happening to our people. We got to take action. It has to be more than just protesting now. Rioting is not helping. Burning down buildings and shops in your neighborhood is not helping.
No.
It has to be more than that now.
Yeah.
Because if a cop can get away with shooting somebody's father in front of their kid 7 times and he end up paralyzed and nobody does nothing about it, what else? I mean, they're just gonna blatantly. It's gonna be open season on black people.
I think it's been open season on us for many
Just
years,
just
not
just
just.
deliberately
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's taking action. So we have to take action. Not wait for the government and everybody else to do it because they're not gonna do it. And if it
I
means
think
physical
I
harm,
think
then
when
that's
it
what it
comes
gotta
to
be.
that, yeah, I think when it comes to all that, it's just having the wrong people in power controlling everything, and that's pretty much, I guess, what my take is on that. Because look, well, we got
We
the.
can't wait
Well,
for Trump to get
yeah,
out of office. We gotta take
yeah,
action
yeah.
now.
He's the most
Because
ignorant
if he never get
man
off,
on the
if he
planet.
don't get out of office, then what? Then we stuck with this shit for 4 more years. Y'all want that?
No, I don't want that. I know good and well I don't want that. That's why it's so important for everyone to go out and vote. And if you're not registered to vote, go ahead and do it now. Don't wait. Just go ahead, register. Make sure that if you're not sure about your registration status, go online to look up to see if you registered in whatever state you're in and what county you live in or whatever, and to make sure. But if not, update that information so that way you can put your vote in.
The government gonna put who they want in office. That's how I look at it. So you got Trump trying to stall the votes and all that, and we got to take action. Like regardless of
Oh
who's
yeah,
in office. I don't care if it's Trump, Biden, whoever, because this shit can't keep going on.
I would rather have someone else other than Trump, to be honest, because he's proven the court in a matter of 4 years that he don't know what he doing. He think he know what he doing, and he's just the most ignorant,
Yeah,
racist man
ever.
on the planet.
He care
And
more
pretty much
about being on
a
Twitter
pathological
than saving
liar
his
every
country.
time he opens his mouth.
You
He's
know,
been proven to do that time and time again. Even his ads are a joke. His
yeah,
ads.
yeah, definitely. I'm just fed up. Like
Yeah.
you're making a guy paralyzed in front of his kids for no reason.
And
What did he
yeah, I
do?
know. Like, what does that say about you?
What did he do? He broke up a fight.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, he
Why
just
is
broke
he
up
shot
a fight.
7 times in the back?
He
For what?
did not deserve that. He did not deserve that.
And then the fucked up thing is when one of their own get killed and gunned down, they have a huge memorial ceremony on TV, televised for them. Y'all not televising our fucking funeral. We supposed to mourn a cop when he gets shot? Nah, fuck that. Y'all have done it too many times to us.
Yeah, I'll never
I'm
understand
saying,
that.
brother, so a cop gets gunned down and he had a family. What about the same African American that you gunning down in front of his family?
Exactly. You didn't think he had
Well, we
family?
supposed to mourn. We supposed to mourn them when they get gunned down. Now, I ain't doing that.
That's why I don't understand this craziness.
It's just bullshit going on.
Hmm.
Marquise, what up? King was good. I'm wearing my knapsack because class is in session. Got to take you on a history lesson on Lauryn Hill tonight.
Shit.
It's well needed, especially today.
Yep.
I'm confused about something.
What's up?
Okay, so y'all know like I can't use StreamYard until the 29th. So
Right.
Hmm.
how the hell am I supposed to use Zoom to do my live streaming and shit? Because I have Zoom
There-
right now and I'm getting
There's a way to use Zoom. I never use Zoom on my laptop. I used it on my phone, but it was just for like talking to people or whatever. But I never used it for like a live stream or nothing. But there's a way to do it.
Yeah,
And
there's a
I've
way to
been
record what you do
I've
because I
been on
know
I've
I
been
get emails
on
and stuff.
yeah I've been on like other people's podcasts where they're using Zoom live, so you can use it.
Yeah, it is going to probably take you a few test runs to figure it out, but I'm
Hmm.
sure you'll get it down.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, 'cause I think they brought back Hangouts.
Did
I
they?
think.
Well,
They
I
brought it back
think.
after a year.
Sure. If they brought back Hangouts, I might just use that because,
hey,
yeah, because Hangouts that was the best thing for YouTube.
It
oh
was
yeah.
until they Google got rid of it for that video game system that nobody plays.
What video game
That's it.
system?
They had a video game system called Starcadia, some shit like that. Came out last year, but ain't nobody been playing it.
Because you have
I
to
never
cost.
heard of it.
Yeah, they
Because it
showed
costs
it. They
money.
showed it last year at the E3 convention last summer, and it came out for
Hmm.
Christmas, and it was like supposed to be like a competitor to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but the problem they had with that video game system was the Wi-Fi. Like because you got to connect the Wi-Fi to play online, and a lot of people were saying like the Wi-Fi was messing up, like it was kicking them
Mm,
off of Wi-Fi or whatever. So
weird.
Sam, I need to know. I was getting complaints last week about the person said that somebody kicked them out of my stream because they said something. They said they didn't like or they thought Hip Hop is Dead was a good album. So I need to know if it was you or Eric because I don't need that. Like if I give y'all a wrench, it means to kick out any bots or trolls. It don't mean to kick out somebody because of their opinion. I don't want that on here because I know everybody got their own opinion on shit. People get on me for my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
it was somebody came to me last night and said that they got kicked out of the stream because he said that Hip Hop is Dead was a dope album, and I didn't see where it happened. So I need to know. Like I know it wasn't Guillermo because I just made him a moderator. So I want to know like if it was you or Eric. Like let me know. Like I just need to like make sure that nobody gets kicked out for their own opinions. Everybody got their own opinions. That's what makes the discussion so great. Because if we all had our own opinions, it would be a boring discussion.
Hell, like just last week when we were doing the Nas live review,
Mm-hmm.
niggas kept saying this one nigga saying, "Oh, y'all too uptight when y'all doing the reviews." I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
well,
I saw that.
first of all, nigga, it was midnight when we did it. I
Exactly.
was tired. Second of all, if you watch all of our other video, we were more lucid than that. And third of all, it was a Nas album, so of course we're gonna be tense about it.
The
So
Nas album is good. It's not no classic. Keep hearing people saying it's a classic and it's their top five. I'm like, y'all really don't know Nas discography then, because y'all totally skipping over
Yeah,
Godson
I've been hearing y'all talk
and,
about this for
and
days.
distant relatives for King's Disease. Like, nah, Godson way better. So I don't know. I had a discussion with some dude today about that. I'm like, you totally excluding I Am for the King's Disease. I Am is a classic compared to this shit. And it was a dope album. I'm glad he came back. He showed that he could still do it. At this point in his career, I can't expect no classics from him. Just a decent album. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for the whole producer team up, and I could think of 10 other producers that's better than Hit Boy to do a whole album with. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But Hit Boy, he did his thing, but it's not no classic. I'm not putting it on top five Nas album. But somebody came to me that was here last week, and he said he got kicked off of the stream because one of the mods kicked him off for his opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want that. Everybody is free to say to speak their opinion. This is not no dictatorship. This is you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna get mad at you if you don't agree with what I say because that happens all the time. I don't agree with. Sometimes me and Reg don't agree. I don't bash Reg for his opinion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or
you
actually,
know,
that don't happen. That doesn't happen. We don't do that over here. Niggas will bash me for not liking There's a Dark Side. I don't lose sleep over that. Everybody got their own opinion. That's how the world is. We are all different colors, races, creeds, religions. We have our own opinions on shit. We don't need to agree all the time. People need to
exactly.
understand that and feel like, oh, well, you're throwing hate at so and so because you don't like. So what? I'm not gonna like everybody. I'm not losing sleep over it either. So if you're losing sleep over what I say, then something's wrong with you. That's how I see it. You need to get a life thing. Don't worry about what I say. You know, if Sam, if you love Hip Hop is Dead, that's great. I'm not gonna bash you because you love Hip Hop is Dead.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If Ronnie said before y'all go on to the review, what's your favorite political song?
Mm.
My favorite is Fight the Power. I hate to sound cliche, but it is still a timeless record even now. That's probably that should be like the anthem for our people because we're still going through the bullshit in 2020.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cliche. I'm gonna go with Fight the Power too. Actually, no, scratch that. I'm gonna go with "Welcome to the Terror Dome." Fuck that.
I love that song. Classic
Yeah,
from the Grammy song.
that's like 5 verses of Chuck Lee just spazzing off and shit.
Exactly, yes. And a dope ass beat too.
For real. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Come on down, get
Yes.
down.
Classic.
That was around the time when Professor Griff got kicked out and shit like that. I mean,
Hmm. Did we ever talk about the Fugees?
not together, but I know I talked about. Wait, hold up. Yeah, we did actually a
We
while
did?
back.
Okay. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we did. Yeah,
So we did the score and all that.
yeah. As far as I know, we should have done the score. Yeah,
Okay.
because I know we did Blended on Reality, which I kind of regret doing that.
Yeah. Did we do that for real?
Yeah, we did Blended a while back ago. While back.
The album was bad.
Oh,
The album was super bad.
Jesus Christ.
I don't really want to discuss the Fugees. I just want to get to like Lauryn Hill solo stuff.
Y'all still want to talk about Tyrese's alter egos for one day?
Yeah, when we doing that. Yeah, I thought we was doing that tomorrow.
No, tomorrow I wanted to do Patti LaBelle's Burning, but I'm trying to like get this whole YouTube shit straightened out because
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, what's up with StreamYard? I don't understand how
Mm.
they're like they don't allow you
Yeah,
to use like if you like you have like a certain amount of minutes to use on StreamYard.
until the 29th.
yeah, because I got the free plan and it's like 20 hours, so that's why like for my videos from now on I might just do like no longer than 1 hour and 20 minutes since I'm on this free plan and shit. Jesus.
That's
Mm.
crazy.
Everybody gotta make money
I've gone
somehow.
over. I've gone over 2-3 hours and I never got that notice from them.
That's what I'm saying. Like that whole sitcom list was like fucking 3 hours we did.
Right. Six
Yeah, we
hours.
went over 3 hours for both of those.
Yeah, right. 6 hours altogether.
Lord have mercy.
That's
Mm.
crazy.
And then all these other streaming things, yeah, I have to pay for this bullshit. Like I'm not trying to pay for no bullshit.
Right.
Hey, I can suck my dick with this shit, man. Fuck. I might just try this Streamlabs. I might just try this one. Hold on.
Yeah, Streamlabs. Well, I thought we tried that before though, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
we having problems with that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Next.
Wondershare. What about Wondershare?
I try to Wondershare Filmora.
Right.
Oh, that's what I use for my other pre-recorded videos. But let me see.
But
Hold
can
on.
you use it? Can you use it for live streams though?
I can look it up.
Yeah. I know Zoom you could use for live streams.
Yeah, I know, but it's like hella different ways to use Zoom. I'm
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck?
Right.
I mean, as long as you got options of how to use it and how to go about it, I mean,
Right. Yeah. I miss Google Hangouts too, Sam.
Yo, YouTube sucks. And now I know why niggas go to Daily Motion now.
Top
YouTube.
5 albums all time? I don't know. That's a hard question, Kim.
Bro, I can't even do a top 3, man. Shit.
Top 5, wow.
yeah, that's very hard.
I don't know about that. Are we ready? The class is in session.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Lauryn Hill. Everybody knows Lauryn Hill from the rap group The Fugees with Pras and Wyclef, and they made their debut in what was it, 95, 94?
Yeah, 94.
With Blunted on Reality, terrible album. It was so bad I threw it away. Not gonna lie, I don't have that album. Nappy Heads is the big hit from that Nappy Heads remix, and Vocab. And fast forward to 90s, 96, they came out with the Score classic album with hits like Ready or Not and Fuji La. and Killing Me Softly, the Roberta Flack classic song. And um after '96, Wyclef went solo with the Carnival that dropped in '97. Great album, his best album in his discography, in my opinion. Um, when Lauryn was working on the Carnival, like after she was working on Carnival and the Fugees Score album, they went on tour, and while she was on tour, she met Rohan Marley, one of the famous relatives from the Bob Marley family, and they started talking and they hooked up. She got pregnant while she was on tour, and um, while when she decided to do the solo album, she left New York City and went to Kingston, Jamaica, to get away from people. A lot of people, was in her ear. She couldn't concentrate. She wanted to get away and have a change of scenery and some peace. And I didn't notice, but the when she was working on her album, Columbia Records hit up the RZA so that he can work on the album with her. And she went to the record label and told them that she wanted it all to be done by herself. No Wyclef, no RZA, nobody. Wyclef offered, and she declined the offer from Wyclef. She went to Jamaica to work on the album by herself, wrote, arranged, produced everything. And it was like a reflection of like what she was going through. She was pregnant at the time and going through emotions and feelings every day. And she wrote like 30 songs for the album. And um I think it was like therapeutic for her to to talk about love and relationships. And she wrote songs about the Fugees and about her love with Rohan, and when she was having her first kid, Zion. um King said I could have sold you this. You wouldn't have liked it. That CD was trash, yo. And she was she wanted peace in Jamaica, and went away to write about things going on in her life. And the album came out August 25th, 1998. Classic album. It debuted number one on the Billboard 200 charts, selling 400,624 copies in the first week. It broke a record for first week sales by a female artist. The singles that came out was Doo Wop, That Thing, X Factor, Everything's Everything. The lead single, Doo Wop, peaked at number one on the U.S. charts. The latter two singles peaked at in the top 40. And she went on to be nominated 10 nominations at the Grammys. She won 5 awards that night. I remember watching that classic Grammys show, and she was like the first hip hop artist ever to be nominated in all the major categories, and she won for album of the year, first hip hop album to win album of the year. Um, it it sold 8 million copies in the U.S. and over 19 million copies worldwide. There was a dispute with, she had a band called New Ark, and there was a lawsuit filed against New Ark and Columbia Records because she didn't give the group like proper credit on the album. That was settled out of court in 2001. And like she wanted her own sound for the album. She didn't want no big name producers. She didn't want Wyclef or RZA or anybody else. She wanted to create her own sound, and I think she did that with this album. And when she worked at the Tough Gong Studios in Kingston, she had like a lot of a lot of relatives from Bob Marley's family was there. Helping us. Stephen Marley was there, and Ziggy Marley and Rohan as well. That was like her baby daddy at the time, and um, it was just a great There's a lot of there was I remember there was a lot of buzz for this album when it was coming out, and hearing her on the Love Jones soundtrack, and she did a Sweetest Thing for that movie, and that was a great song, and people was hyped for this album, and it was definitely well worth the wait. 98 was a great year for hip hop. A lot of classic albums came out that year, and this is definitely one of them. So I definitely want to talk about this album. I don't ever like remember like talking about any Fuji stuff. I know Red said that we talked about the Fuji's album and stuff, but Lauryn Hill, I never like discussed a Lauryn Hill album before, and I'm like, well, why not do it 22 years to the day that this classic album dropped? So you know, it has 16 tracks, but it's 14 tracks and there's two hidden tracks. Reg, you got anything to say about this album before we start? Or ask?
Hmm. I'm just gonna say this is not a hip hop album.
Right,
It's an R&B album. That's all I'm gonna say.
right.
Because I know a lot of people want to say it's a hip hop album, but it's
I,
really
I
not.
think it's a mix of both though, because like there's songs where she's just rapping, like on Lost Ones, and then there's songs where she's just singing, like
Yeah,
on Zion, and then it's like songs where she's singing and rapping, like on Everything's Everything. So I think it's a great mix of R&B and neo soul R&B and hip hop. It was like a great
okay.
fusion together, and that's really what Lauryn brought to the Fugees. Like you listen to the score, you hear "Killing Me Softly," she's singing that, and then you hear "How Many Mics," or "Ready or Not," and she like singing the chorus on "Ready or Not," and then she's rapping. So Fuji La too. So it's like I think it was like she brought that fusion to the Fugees, and she just displayed it on her own album. And that's why I always say it's like it's both. I mean, some people say it's an R&B album, some people say it's hip hop. I think it's both. That she meshed well together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So that when the album starts off, it's like I'm wearing the backpack for the whole theme of the album. You see, back then there were themes to albums. Like the album covers. The album covers played into the whole theme of the album. When you hear Miseducation, Lauryn Hill, and you see like the album cover and like her face is like etched out in the school desk or whatever with the pencil, the intro displays that. Like the intro is like it starts off with there's you hear like a classroom of kids, and then you hear like a teacher calling out like their names, like like when you be in homeroom and they call your name out to see you present. That's what the teacher was
Yep.
doing. He got to he's calling out different kids' names, and then he called out her name, but she wasn't present. And then he kept
Hmm.
calling out other kids' names after, and then the intro was like fading off, and that's how the intro started. But that's how albums was. I don't feel like today albums are like that. There's no theme anymore. You know what I'm saying? And the whole theme of the album went with the album cover as well. So that's why I'm wearing my knapsack. I'm staying with the whole theme of the album. But what did you guys think about the intro?
I thought the intro was pretty solid, set the whole tone of the album and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I think the intro pretty much you get you get the concept of the album starting out when it says the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You kind of envision a classroom setting, and of course, Lauren isn't there, and pretty much teacher calling everybody else's name out, and yeah, you're gonna get into the album just by that alone.
Right. I lost my notes right now.
Mhm.
I lost my notes, and I write my notes down too. So I lost my notes right now. I'm trying to see what page it's on. When we get to track two, Lost Ones, that was the radio played that a lot, even though it wasn't an official single, but they played that a lot. And it had like a reggae type of vibe to it. Even like on the chorus when she's doing the chorus, it had like a dub plate type of vibe to it. A real nice beat, nice bass line. And so allegedly this was like one of the tracks where she's like calling out the Wyclef on, and she says like off the bat like it's funny how money changes situations, miscommunication leads to complication. Man, my emancipation don't fit the equation. And when I heard that, even back then they were talking about that song, and it was like like I think she taking shots at Wyclef and the Fugees, and you know I think it was a shot at Wyclef, and we know the whole situation with that, and I think it should have been a single though. I would have loved to see like a video for this. Definitely one of my favorite songs on the album, and this is like a song where she's like all rapping, and then like on the chorus like she's singing or whatever or chanting, and I thought it's a solid track. Definitely a classic song by Lauryn Hill.
Mm. Yeah, man, Lost Ones is definitely one of my favorite tracks off this album. Like I want to say like the first couple of tracks where she's really talking about Wyclef and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, Pretty much it's all about how she was just flowing. And like those first like it's funny how money changes situation, miscommunication leads to complicate. I always love the way she
Mm,
started that shit off and stuff like that. Shit goes so hard.
right.
And yeah, man, definitely a very dope song and shit like
Yeah.
that. I know everyone kind of covered this song or sampled this shit right here. So
Hmm.
it is.
Yeah, Lost Ones is definitely a song that's growing on me. And I like the fact that Lauren, I guess, fused rapping along with her singing on this track too, because you just really wasn't expecting to get that from her, even though you've seen her. I mean, heard her do her thing on the Fugees album, but the fact that she did it on her own solo album here, it definitely speaks volumes to her,
Right.
to what she can do creatively as a solo artist, and I feel like that's a remarkable thing. And yeah, I can definitely see her taking shots at Wyclef because I know that they had a thing back in the day. So yeah.
But do y'all really believe that? Do you like? I've heard like rumors, but I never. I've seen Wyclef in like interviews, like even up until recently. Like he gave an interview with Talib Kweli's podcast, and he was talking about the Fugees, and he never mentioned, but he mentioned um mistakes that he's made in the past with the group, but he didn't really come out and say like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like, do you believe he was with Lauren? Like they were really romantically involved, or is that just like gossip?
Oh hell yeah.
No, I've heard. No, I've watched something on the Reels channel because
Mm,
sometimes I used to watch stuff like that on that particular channel.
right,
That I know there was an episode of something, and I remember there was a discussion about Lauryn Hill's career and how she got to where she was, and they mentioned about the fact that her and Wyclef did have, I guess, some sort of secret relationship
right.
while he was married.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that is true.
Mhm.
Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Um, man. So we got Wyclef to blame for breaking up the Fugees.
That's what I
Yeah.
Um,
think.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. As if that's the case, that's messed up because I've seen the Fugees live once. That was '96. We had a concert here called Hood Shock, one and only Hood Shock. Done one time, it was free. Ended in the Stampede. I know I talked about it before, but the Fugees were actually the host of that show. It was the Fugees and the Roots was the live band. And that's the only time I seen the Fugees live. After that, they broke up. That was the same year that the score came out. June '96, and no, they were great. Like they performed a lot of songs from Blunted on Reality and the score, and she was good for that one time I saw them. She did her thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that they broke up. You know, I always wanted a Fugees reunion, but at this point, it's like we just should cherish like what they gave us in the past. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So that was Lost Ones. Track three, X Factor. That was another single. I believe that was the second single after Doo Wop, and it's a real melodic track. It has a nice beat, nice bass line. She sampled the Wu Tang Can It All Be So Simple. Sample a
Yeah,
piece of that. Like, and I love that Wu Tang track. That was like one of my favorites on Into the 36 Chambers. And the bass line was hitting. There's a video for that for people that didn't see it. And Lauryn singing it could be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. So it was like she's like singing about relationship and pain that she's going through in that relationship, and um I enjoyed it. I think that's like one of her best songs that she's ever put out. So I definitely think it's a classic.
oh, X Factor. Jesus, I love this track, man. First of all, that piano riff, that dun dun, it's like, and I never thought about this, but Lauren Hills always grabs my attention with the with like the first line and shit like that. It could all
Uh,
be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Like who would write some shit like that? Pretty
right,
much, you know what I'm saying?
right.
And I, I'm not gay or anything, but I wonder what Dick Wycliffe had just to make Lauren act like this and shit like that. You know, like I'm just saying because she made some of her best music in the midst of that breakup and shit like that. And
Right.
one line I've always loved was when, and this is the line that Canadian rapper Drake wanted to use for that nice for what song and stuff like that. That care for me.
Hmm.
I know
Right.
you care for me. Like, and it's crazy too because I actually don't even mind that Drake song, but when you hear that care for me, he sped it up. I'm just like, I'm just got tired of that crap too fast and shit. You know what I'm saying? But by far, this is like my second favorite track off the album and stuff like that. A lot of memories listening to this with my sister and shit. You know, Drake.
Yeah, X Factor. It's X Factor is one of those songs that's definitely unforgettable. Even with like at the beginning, like with the piano and her saying, "Could it all be so simple?" Like that song still gets played on radio to this day, and it's just one of those songs, I guess, that really hits home with people who've
Right.
been in situations similar to Lawrence or been in that situation.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's like, dang, like this song will really have anyone in their feelings once they listen to this right here.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just very melodic and it's just definitely Lauren at her best.
Right. All right. Track four, we go to Zion featuring Carlos Santana, the legendary um Latin rock artist. He came out with a Supernatural classic album in 2000 that featured Lauryn Hill and Everlast and CeeLo and Wyclef and a whole bunch of other artists on that album. And Santana, he starts off playing his guitar at the beginning of the song, and I like the drums that come in. He has like that rolling drum pattern that comes in on that track. And, a lot of rappers like Grand Puba, other artists has used that drum beat, and the bass line was dope. It's a beautiful song by Lauryn Hill, sang to her firstborn Zion, and she's saying, this crazy circumstance. I knew this life deserved a chance, but everybody told me to be smart. Look at your career, they said. Lauren, baby, use your head. But instead, I chose to use my heart. And that was one of the reasons why she left New York to go to Jamaica, to get away from all the talk and people in her ear about things, and she wanted to go to Jamaica and focus and get a sense of peace of mind while she was pregnant and working on this album. And when she was talking about when she was pregnant, the record label didn't want her to have the baby. It wasn't gonna be a good look for her. And she said, "Fuck it, I'm having my kid," and she chose motherhood and over celebrity. And that's a real person. I respect her for that. Not chasing the dollar signs and putting her family first before any contract or labeling. Definitely a great song and a solid track.
Yeah, To Zion is definitely a very good track. Talking about her son. Um, yeah, this features Carlos Santana, who at that time he came out with that god awful smooth song. I'm sorry, I never cared for the supernatural era of Carlos Santana. I just feel
Really, you
like
didn't like that album?
nah, nah.
Oh wow.
I'm more of a '70s Santana, like
Right.
Nebraska self-titled Santana. I'm more of that era of Santana, not the Maria Maria that bullshit. Nah.
I love that song. Wow.
Uh, but I do admit they do have good chemistry together, and whenever Santana like he drops a good guitar line, I'm always here for it. Um, yeah, very very good song. This is definitely again one of the most personal tracks that she ever came out with. I love it.
Mm, dope.
Yeah, To Zion is definitely, it really is a very personal track because, yeah, she not only is she talking about her son on this, I had no idea that the record company didn't want her to even be pregnant to begin with. And I'm
Right.
like, who are you to
Wow.
tell this woman that she can and can't have a kid? Like, I
Exactly.
never understood that. Like, how is she hurting the label if she's pregnant? I never understood that because I know she wasn't the only female artist that went through something like that. But I'm pretty sure there's like a long list of other female artists in the music business that went through that same issue. But it's like, how is her
Right.
having a child hurting y'all label to begin with? I never understood that to me. But
Exactly.
yeah. But I mean, even though Lauren has a lot of personal songs on this album too, I feel
Mm,
like this definitely tops the list as the most personal, like what y'all were saying, because
right.
I mean, imagine what her life would have been if she didn't have
Right.
Zion.
Right.
Honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, what if she like decided to have an abortion or something? Like that might have
Yeah.
traumatized her for like a whole career.
Mhm.
You know. Now we get to the first single, "Doo Wop," that thing. You know. I remember watching the MTV premiere for the video, and I thought it was definitely different. It had like the video at least had like a '60s vibe to it. It was danceable. Nice beat. She was kicking bars as well as singing on it. Um, I like the chorus. Everybody knows the chorus, and
Mhm.
you know, um, when she's talking about like women, like for women and men, like for women, don't be stupid out there. Don't fall for the okey doke from guys when they're trying to kick game to you just to get in your pants, and same as the guys, like she was putting them up on game. and she says, it's been 3 weeks since you've been looking for your friend, the one you let him hit and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was all about the Benjamins? You act like you didn't hear him and still give him a little trim. So that was like basically like the whole point of the song. I felt like it was like an ode to like to women, and letting women know like, yo, that don't fall for what every man whispers to you and tries to get you in the bed or whatever. But definitely a great song and a great message in the song as well, and a great first single for this album.
Yeah, man. What more can you say about "Do Wop That Thing"? I feel like this is probably her signature track.
Right,
Like I said, like I can imagine like how the hype was when this track came out and stuff like that, and just hearing Lauren finally going solo. I mean, she
right.
went solo before with the whole "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" track, but this
Uh,
song really like her solo ordeal and shit like that.
it's all good.
Anyway,
We understand.
y'all go on without me. I'll catch up.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. What? Like I want to like Ashley. I want to ask you before you tell me what you think about the song. Like if that was you, and I'm sure this happened to you, where you might meet somebody and you really like them, and then it's like you feel like they really like you, but they start showing their true colors. Like, oh, they were just trying to get to know you, to get in your pants or whatever. Like, how does that make you feel as a woman?
I mean, I've been in certain instances where, like, yeah, a guy was really one really having an interest in me and wanting to get to know me, this, that, and the third, and then next thing you know, pretty much find out what their true motives were. Yeah, that does bother me and it does hurt. Like it's like
Right.
it had me thinking the
Mm,
whole time, like, did I really deserve that
right.
at all? Because I honestly don't. And with that happening not only once, but happening like a few times like that, it has me more mindful now, especially since I'm in my late 20s now.
Right.
But it really just comes down to who can I really and honestly believe nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
If I stepped out right now,
Right.
because guys be trying to want to talk to me all the time. It's like some guys would like be driving in their car or whatever, roll down the window, see me walking,
Right.
trying to holler at me, and I don't even give them the time of day or nothing. And I just keep it moving because, like, if you gonna be trying to, excuse me, talk to me or get my attention, just a simple hi or hello would suffice. I don't need all that extra Mac Daddy game you trying to spit at me. Like I ain't here for that.
True. I understand.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think about her dropping this like for the women?
Yeah, even though I was very young at the time when this song came out, it came out in '98,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to have been at least 5 at the time.
Oh,
But yeah, but it's definitely a very incredible song with a powerful message that pretty much speaks to women, saying like, "Oh, you don't have to fall for these dudes slick lines or game they trying to come at you with or whatever. Just they ain't even worth your time."
right.
That's what I pretty much got out of the song, and it's one of those songs that I still hear to this day. And I remember back when I was in college, they used to play this song a lot during either halftime or during certain 10:40 breaks, either on Tuesday or Thursday or whatever, or just some event period
Mm-hmm.
or some party that was going on campus. I always heard this song in the mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost said, what do you say? Yeah, it used to be on 30 times a day on 97. I didn't have cable back then, so I can only imagine. Yeah, I mean that video was always on MTV and BET everywhere. Radio was like there was a time when I got tired of like listening to it, but after not
Yeah.
playing it for so long, it's like you start getting, oh well, I haven't heard this song in a minute, so I want to hear it again, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel the same way because after a while, I felt like I kind of gotten sick of the song.
Right,
But then if I let a certain period of time go by, it's like, oh, feels like I heard this yesterday.
right. Yeah, so that was Doo-Wop, that thing. Definitely a powerful song. Still a powerful song to this day, in my opinion.
Hmm.
You got to track six, Superstar. Really, really nice melodic track. Nice um beat, bass line was real soulful. Got some DJ scratches on there. The chorus, she's singing, come on baby, like my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire, but how come we ain't getting no higher? And just basically talking about, the music business and the industry, and how she was fed up with it. And everybody was like trying to do the same thing, but it wasn't as far as like, the bling era. There was like, rappers trying to go mainstream and trying to do something for what sells, and then it got worse in the 2000s. But um this was like another song where like it was rumored that she talked about, the Fugees on here, and Wyclef and all that, and I liked it. I thought it was a dope song. Definitely, talking about the industry, and labels and all that. I thought it was definitely a solid track on it.
Yeah, Superstar. Well, um, Superstar. It's one of those songs where, yeah, I can definitely see where Lauren was getting her point across. Because when you think of that word superstar, you think in all these huge names in
Mm,
either the music industry or in movies or TV, and they have all this money and
yeah,
fame and bling and notoriety, and it's like, does that really make someone an absolute superstar by having all these things
exactly.
instead of being the person that they really are? That's kind of like how my take of it was. But I had no
I think
idea there was that
Lauren wanted to
rumor.
get away from that. The
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't know there was that rumor that she was talking about the Fugees and Wyclef in this track because I really didn't see it.
My bad. Did you hear me?
Hmm.
No, I was saying I think Lauren like wanted to get away from the glam and the glitz, and just live a normal life, and
Yeah.
just raise her family, and you got the sense of that like during this album, like she wanted things to be done her way and without no outside interference, and that's what I got from like a song like this. It's like, I look at people for what they are. Like I don't look at I mean, I've met like celebrities, but I haven't been starstruck too many times. But at the end of the day, I look at them like they're normal
Hmm.
people. They're just on television. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people need to realize. Like these are humans, just like us, and they make mistakes, and they go through the same daily shit that we go through. So um, people shouldn't lose sight of that. I don't care if it's Beyonce or Drake or whoever. It's like they still human beings at the end of the day. You know?
Right.
But yeah. But I was Superstar. Track seven, we get to final hour. This is one of my favorites. Definitely, like this is a straight boom bap track, straight boom bap beat on here. The bass line is kicking. The guitar strings on it. I love Lauren's flow on here, and the chorus. You can get the money, you can get the power. Keep your mind on the final hour. And she says, now I'll be breaking bread, sipping Manischewitz wine, pay no mind, party like it's 1999. When it come down to ground beef like Palestine, and just the Another deep cut by Lauryn. You know, just kicking bars, and this is the Lauryn that I love to hear. Like she's so dope lyrically. I think people forget. And over like the boom bap beat, and you know, she just this to me could have had a video as well. Like I always liked this song, and definitely a solid cut, and to hear her like just do like a whole rap joint on here. She had like some background singing as well on there, but definitely a dope cut by Lauryn, and props to her for producing that beat.
Yeah, final hour. It was, I guess it's one of those songs where it could have been like a possible single or
Right.
promo single, if you will, because it was just that good. Because just her delivery alone on the track just was incredible to me. I feel like it's one of those hidden gems that never got that potential shine that it deserved.
Breezy, what's good? Yeah, there was rumors about that. I don't know. I don't like talking about rumors unless I know. Like, there was rumors about her husband controlling and being abusive to her and all that. I've heard that in the past. Breezy, you can join if you want to talk about the album. Y'all always welcome to join on here. You know what I'm saying? Reg is missing right now. I think he's on the phone.
Yeah,
But I mean, if y'all want to come up and discuss the album, y'all could come up. So you know, but yeah, but I don't like all those rumors, and yeah, I've heard rumors over the years about that, and you know, Rohan was beating her, and he like that's really like the reason why she stopped doing music. I mean, but who knows? Like I don't know about all that. I'm not TMZ, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I care about the music at the end of the day. You know, we got to track 8 when it hurt so bad. Another track, beautifully sung by Lauryn. It has like a reggae vibe to it, like a deep reggae bass line, melodic track. Lauryn is singing. See, I thought this feeling it was all that I had, but how could this be life that make me bad? And she's talking about her relationship having issues in her relationship. Supposedly, I read that it was about her relationship with Rohan Marley, and when they were having issues in their relationship, and I thought it was a great song. Like again, it's a song where she wasn't rapping on this song; it was just singing. But it was definitely a dope ass track. I like the background vocals as well. That was nice. Um, just a beautiful song in my opinion.
yeah. When it hurts so bad, it's one of those songs where she does get personal with it because it's another song I guess people can relate to about being hurt by someone in the past, and the way she was singing on the track definitely it definitely came out as heartfelt, and it's kind of like you were feeling her pain as she was
Right,
singing this.
definitely.
That's what makes it more personal for people.
What's your favorite track on the album, Ashley?
I mean, I have a lot of favorites on here.
Yeah.
If I had to pick just one, I would say Everything is Everything because that was really the first song I ever heard from Lauryn Hill.
Right.
And I think it was at the time when I was young, and I think my mom's best friend, I guess one of her kids was watching the video, and that was my first time ever seeing the video. Oh, did you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I was trying to send Fiji the link.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. What you were saying? I got cut off for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that everything is everything is my favorite track off this album
Yeah,
because that was really my intro to Lauryn Hill. And the first time I saw a video, it was one of my mom's best friends. Her son was watching the video, and that was my first time
right.
seeing it. I think it was being played on BET. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. So I'm sending the link.
Okay, I got a message from Reg. He said he's on his way. He was talking to his sister.
That's all good. It's all good. Um, does he want us to continue or you want us to wait?
He said he'll catch up.
I'm
So,
back.
oh, there he is.
Oh, there you are. My bad. I was about to
Are you
hit you
sure?
up.
Okay. I'll just catch up
Um,
after y'all done and stuff.
okay, you can catch. We were on when it hurt so bad. I was track 8, and I believe
Yeah,
you
yeah.
left at
Okay.
you left at what doo
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said before, Doo Wop is her signature song that got her 2 Grammys for Best R&B and Best Female R&B Vocal Performance.
Right,
Um, Very, very original song for its time, talking about how men and women should avoid being exploited and stuff like that. Never really had a song like that, but you
right,
know, a little trivia. This was actually the first debut song in Billboard history to debut at #1. So just a little trivia for that.
right.
Um,
Oh, did it?
and yeah, she was the first woman since Debbie Gibson to have a #1 song that she wrote, produced, and recorded on her own.
Check it
Okay,
out.
Superstar, very solid track. I feel like if there was any song that long correlated and stuff like that, it would be this one because y'all should know she's not into the whole superstar lifestyle and stuff like
Right,
that.
right, right.
Um, After Superstar, we got Final Hour. Love that beat, man.
That's
Like this is where
I love
she
that.
was really spitting with this one and stuff like that. She was just pretty
Yeah,
much talking about the how people can be superficial and how how pretty much you have to like have the like true sense and like you have to have like little things in life have to make you happy and things of that nature.
right.
Yeah, man, something that we should all be learning about this day and age and stuff like that
Definitely,
because with everything
definitely.
that's going on today, sometimes we have to recognize the little things that would make us happy, but still. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys already did When I See You when it hurts so bad or what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We
We
did that one.
both said
Okay,
our thoughts on when it hurts so bad. So you can go ahead with that.
okay. When it hurts so bad, this was another solid track. This was like another one of those like relationship tracks and stuff like that. Um, it's an okay track. I never
Right,
really too pretty much cared for it like that though, but it's an okay track.
right. Yeah. I love that. I thought it's like she has like ballads. She has not ballads. I don't say ballads. She has like melodic tracks on here, and they have like a nice reggae type of melody to it, like Caribbean type of melody.
Mm,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Um, yeah. Then we get to track 9. I used to love him, and this song was dope. This song samples the Raekwon Ice Cream beat. Beautiful singing by Lauryn, nice bass line. Um, and she sings as I look at what I've done, the type of life that I lived, how many things I prayed Father will forgive. And just a solid track. I love that. Again, like she sampled another Wu Tang beat, and I love that she sounds perfect over the Wu Tang sample. Just one of my favorites on this album as well.
Man, this is a classic track. Um, I used to love them. Classic track right there. Love the usage of the Raekwon sample, which again pretty much bridges the gap between the R&B and the hip hop of this album.
Right.
Um, her and Mary J. Blige. I wish they would have done a lot more work together because even the song that they did on the Mary album, man, was dope too and stuff. So I wish they
All
Right.
would
that
have
I
done.
can say.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, I wish they would have done some more work on this on their future projects and stuff like that. But we all know the story with that. Love the video. The video's pretty dope too. So
There's a video for this.
yeah, there was a video.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Put the link in the chat because I never seen it.
Okay, yeah, bad. Give
I
me
never
one
seen it.
second.
Hmm.
I love this album. It's a classic with the boss. Who's the boss? The boss rap more than this song. The boss. Who you talking about? The boss from that chick that used to be on Def Jam.
Yeah, whoever that is.
What you think about the song, Ashley?
Yeah. I used to love him. I felt like it was a very good collab between Lauryn and Mary J. To me, I felt like I wish they could have worked together a lot more than just this album, just on the Mary album. I mean,
Right.
they're both incredible and talented women in music, and I felt like if they would have collabed more, like I don't know, either during the late '90s or early 2000s or something, I feel like that would have been a dope concept, dope idea. It's just a beautiful song sung by incredible women, and I feel like it's another relatable track because I know women out there used to be so in love with somebody, and it's just like, dang,
Right.
like what happened with us? Yeah,
Yeah, I remember the boss, but I don't know. I don't know. She wasn't. She never sang though. You know what I'm saying? Like you comparing the boss to Lauryn Hill.
Wait,
I
really?
wow.
feel like the. Do you know? You remember the boss? Forgot the name of that song she had. She used to be on Def Jam in like 93, 94.
Oh,
The
her.
gangster
Yeah,
chick.
the Born Gangsters
Boss the
album.
gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that chick.
I was like, Rick Ross, Diana Ross. Who the fuck is the boss? Like,
Not that boss.
shit.
Yes. So we got Forgive Them Father. The track. Mary was on. I used to love him, right?
You said
Mary J.
what?
Blige. Mary J. Blige was on
Yeah.
that song. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Mary was also featured on I used to love him. My favorite R&B female singer, definitely a great track. We got the track 10, Forgive Them Father. Another has like another dancehall influenced beat. Like it has like dub plate vibes to it, nice bass line, nice beat. Um Lauren is says what did she say? She said the false motives of others. Oh, beware the false motives of others. Be careful of those who pretend to be brothers. And just singing about fake and shiesty people around her. That's the type of thing she wanted to get away from in New York and having people in her ear all the time or whatever. And definitely enjoyed this track. It has Jamaican vibes to it. This could have been like her Jamaican dancehall hit, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And definitely a solid track.
Yeah. Forgive Me Father is another dope track off this album. One thing about this track that it definitely like touch base like a religious background and stuff like that, and yeah, very solid track.
Definitely.
Yeah. Forgive them, Father. It really does show. Lauryn's gospel influence on here.
Right.
That's what I pretty much got out of this track. I mean, it kind of reminded me a little bit of how she was in I guess Sister Act 2, so to
Right.
speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, that's what I got out of it. But I guess it's a pretty good song.
Yep. Great track. Track 11. We have Every Ghetto, Every City. Dope ass beat. You know the bass line was hot. Got some DJ scratches on that as well. Lauryn says way before the record deal, the streets done nurtured Lauryn Hill. Made sure that I never go too far. And basically singing about how every ghetto and every city across the country was the same, and describing her upbringing in New Jersey and all that, and I liked it. I thought it was a dope song. You hear Lauren and like her ghetto shit, so that was a great track.
All right, so every ghetto, every city. I kind of saw this one as more of like a probably an autobiographical song. Bigging up New York, and it's crazy too because I never really heard a lot of tracks dedicated to New York, New Jersey like that. And I know
Right.
a lot of rappers like Redman, and I want to say Queen Latifah came from there and shit like that. But
Yes, that's Jersey.
yeah, but you never really heard them like bigging up New York. I mean, Redman he does it in his tracks all the time, but you never really heard him like make a really
Right.
whole song about it. But I pretty much like this track. That ass.
Yeah, this was dope. This was a dope song. I don't think there's any bad song on it. I think all of this was great.
Yeah, every ghetto, every city. It's to me, I feel like it was pretty much Lauren singing about her life growing up in Jersey. That's what I got out of it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll admit the beat was pretty dope as well, and it's like you kind of get to see Lauren's world of how she grew up, and like some of the stuff she mentioned about like Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. Like we all can relate to that,
Right.
and some of the other stuff that she was talking about.
Did we lose Ashley? Okay, I think Ashley went frozen on us.
Wait, did y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I don't hear. You hear us?
She went frozen again.
Yeah. Okay, she'll be back. Um, yeah, that was a great track. Number track 12, we have Nothing Even Matters, featuring D'Angelo,
Ooh.
The neo soul legend D'Angelo. Love his albums, from Brown Sugar to Voodoo classic, and he makes an appearance on this track, and it's a very soulful beat, real melodic. I love the bass line for it. Both beautiful singing by D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill, and welcome back, Ashley. And this was a great song. It was great to hear Lauryn collaborate with Mary J. Blige, and on I used to love him, and then because she collaborated with D'Angelo on this song, and she's singing, these buildings could drift out to sea, some natural catastrophe. Still, there's no place I'd rather be. See, nothing even matters to me, and that's the beautiful collabo with D'Angelo, and it was great. Definitely a great track.
Okay. Nothing even matters, man. This track right here is another classic song.
Right.
Um, D'Angelo, I feel like anything that man touches, it always becomes gold. I don't care what no one
Yes.
says. I
Yes.
always kind of felt like Lauren and D'Angelo kind of had similar careers in a weird way and shit like that. Just the way how they move and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? How both don't
Right.
like the spotlight like that, but in a way, I felt like D'Angelo kind of handled it better when
Right.
Lauryn Hill just does her own thing and shit like that. Because even like in this day and age, there's some controversy. Her daughter came out with some controversy recently
I heard
and shit
about
like
that.
that. Yeah, but back to the song. Pretty dope song. I love this track.
Yes.
Like I can definitely have seen this maybe as like a promo track to the Voodoo album and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that would have been dope. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
I could definitely see on that album.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Send It On. I love that
Right.
track. Ooh,
Yeah, that was dope.
yes.
Yeah, nothing even matters. It's another one of those songs that I've heard getting played a lot on the radio, like
Mm.
recently.
Right.
This wasn't a single, was it?
Nope. It
No.
should have been though.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay, yeah, but I feel like it was a beautiful song with Lauren and D'Angelo,
Right.
and yeah, I definitely do see some similarities between the two of them. Of course, even though they're like well known in the business, they
Mm.
don't like the, I guess, what fame really brings out of people sometimes. So
Right.
I feel like they were definitely similar with that, and
Mhm.
it was a good track.
Yeah, I love it. That's the type
Yeah.
of collabs you want to hear from like artists like Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo and Angie Stone. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Track 13. Now this was like I believe this was the last single from the album. Everything is everything. That dope.
Yeah, it was.
When that shit start, you hear that dun 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 dun.
Hmm.
Love that shit. Like off the bat, just the way that it starts off is it's gonna be epic. And the beat comes in, that's fire. Um, and she's saying, singing the chorus, everything is everything. What is meant to be will be. Love that.
Hmm.
And she says, I wrote these words for everyone who struggles in their youth, and definitely a great track. The video was dope as well, and you know, showing like the people in the city and all that, and people struggling and all that. And I love it. I definitely think it's a great track and one of her best songs in my opinion.
Everything is everything. We got there, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, this is my favorite track off this album, man.
Yeah.
Um, Very relatable track. Just yeah, it's kind of like one of those other like autobiographical, yeah, semi autobiographical songs and stuff like that. A
Right.
little trivia: the dude
Mhm.
that's playing piano on this track is an unknown John Legend. Little trivia about that.
Yeah, I
What?
remember. I think he said that at the battle though that he was on that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him saying
I
that.
did not know that.
Yeah. This track pretty much talks about the injustice that we all face, like any city youth. And another relatable song today, especially what happened with
Hmm.
Jacob Blake, but another story for a different day.
Right.
I love the line where she says, "Our philosophy possibly speak tongues, beat drum, Abyssinian, street Baptist, and fine linen from the beginning. My practice extending across the atlas." Like, I pretty much love that second verse, man. That shit just
Yeah,
goes hard and
he
stuff.
killed it. He
So
killed it.
yeah, everything is everything is definitely my favorite track off this album, and maybe my favorite Lauryn Hill song. Period.
Yeah, I was telling Try earlier when he was asking me what my favorite song off this album was, and I told him this was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is everything. it really is a relatable song with what Lauren was talking about back then, especially with what's going on now. Yeah, definitely, it is such a relatable track. But it's just like when that beat drops, it's just one of those songs that you just can't get enough of. And I remember hearing this song. No, I take that back. Elements of this song
Mm-hmm.
being used in the movie Down to Earth with Chris Rock. I definitely remember that as
Mm.
well.
I don't even remember that movie. What's that? What
Yeah.
was that about?
Really? Okay. Down to Earth
It
was
sounds
Chris.
familiar though.
Yeah, that it was that Chris Rock movie where his character was a struggling comedian.
Mm.
He ends up getting hit by a truck. He ends up coming back to life, reincarnated in the body of a rich white millionaire.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
sounds familiar.
yeah. It came out in '01, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Oh man. Yeah, so that was Everything's Everything. We got the track 14, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, the title track. Dope song. I like the pianos on it. The pianos start off this the song. And Lauren singing, my world it moves so fast today. The past has seemed so far away in life, squeezed so tight that I can't breathe. And I thought it was a dope song, and it has like a very introspective tone to the song, and who Lauren Hill is as a person. And yeah, I like it. I definitely think it's a great title track, and it fits the tone of the album.
Yeah, another great track. I feel like it ended off the album very very nicely and stuff like that. Just nice. It's kind of like a semi somber track in a way too.
Right, right.
Um, Also, did you know that she got her the name of the album from the movie The Education of Sonny Carson?
Yes, I forgot to
Okay,
mention that. Forgot to
okay,
mention that. Yeah,
yeah.
like
I
she
What was
combined
it?
like two. It was like two books she combined for the title.
Yeah,
But yeah, I forgot to mention that.
What
Thanks.
movie did she get the title from?
The Education of Sonny Carson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to get that movie, but that movie is so fucking rare though. Like,
right,
it's like only the hip hop community knows that fucking movie. 'Cause I know Raekwon talked about that movie and shit like that a couple of times in his music. So
right.
yeah, man, I need to get that movie one day.
yeah, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Yeah, it was a pretty good way to end off the album. I mean, she doesn't even have one bad song off this album, but overall for it to end off with the title track alone just was icing on the cake. And yeah, I definitely could see where Reg is coming from. It did have like a little somber tone to the song as I was hearing it today,
Right.
but overall it was a great way to close off the album.
Then you have the bonus tracks. Um, Track 15, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, which is it's a rendition. I didn't write down who it was by. I know I heard it before. It's a rendition of a classic song. Red, you know who she did the rendition from?
Me can't take my eyes off of you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Frankie
cover
Valley.
of yeah Frankie Valley.
Frankie Valli, the legendary Frankie Valli. Um, I thought it was dope. It has like at the start of the track, there's like some beatboxing, and the beat comes in after, and I thought it was a dope rendition, of like a hip hop rendition for that song. I feel like Frankie Valli would have been proud of that rendition. Definitely a great track.
This is another very dope track. I want to say she did this for the Love Jones soundtrack. I want to say,
Okay,
yeah, because this track was released in '97. So
right.
yes, and yeah, this track right here was very very dope track right here. If you guys have not heard the Frankie Valley track, the version, I recommend you checking that out as well too. But yeah, very
Right.
soulful singing from Lauryn Hill.
definitely.
Yeah, Lauren's rendition of "Can't Take My Eyes Off You" it was beautifully well done. As I've said numerous times before, when people do certain covers of other artists' songs, it really just depends on how it's executed
Right,
and how it's done. And
right,
if it's done right, then it made it sound as if they made it as their own. And that in this case, that's definitely what Lauren did. She made it as if it was her own,
right.
but yeah, but still she wasn't trying to do anything extra to the song. She just sang it the way that she know how she does, and I'm pretty sure Frankie Valli would definitely be proud of her for that too. And it's another one of those songs I've heard on the radio a few times here and there
Mm,
as well.
right.
But overall, it was a very good cover.
I like it definitely. Let me get to the last track. Tell me, and that was a nice song, nice beat. The guitars was nice on that, nice melodic track, and she's singing tell him I need him, tell him I love him, and we'll be all right, and basically like pleading out to like her significant other, and letting him know that that she loves him and she wants to be with him, and things will be all right, when it's said and done. And I thought it was like a great track to end the album off with, the hidden track or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. That's definitely a good track to end the album with and stuff like that. Again, just offer some of her personal introspectiveness into this project right here,
Right.
and I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, tell him it was a pretty good song. It's just I guess one of those another personal song I guess coming from Lauren, pretty much
Right.
All right.
speaking her mind. That's what
Definitely.
I got off the track. Yeah.
And that's the whole album with the two bonus tracks. I think this album is a classic, 5 Mile classic. I love the way that Lauren like left the city and went to Jamaica to do this album, and let her record label know like, yo, I don't need RZA, I don't need Wyclef. I'm gonna do the album on my own, because who better to tell my life story than myself? I like the fact that she did that, and it paid off. Like she got Grammys for it. It's a renowned classic. And it's definitely a great fusion of R&B and hip hop, and you know you have some dancehall reggae in there at times, and some jazz, and I love it. I think it's definitely one of like top three for me of 1998. Definitely a classic album. I love Lost Ones and Doo-Wop, to Zion, Final Hour, which is one of my favorites on here. Um, uh, X Factor, When It Hurts So Bad. It's just every track. I don't think there's a bad track on this album. I just think it's a masterpiece, and I wish that we got more from her. But like I said, like sometimes they don't always work out that way. So it's like you gotta cherish what these artists give us now. You know what I'm saying? You never know when they might not be here tomorrow. So um, definitely a 5 Mile classic, and yeah, a great album.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, Shy. I've always had love for this album. Don't get me.
Right,
I've always had love for this album and stuff like that, and I do consider it a 5 Mile classic.
right.
But I just feel like this might be very controversial.
Uh-oh. It's what we all about over here. Controversy.
In my personal opinion, she was not the first to do an album like this. That's all I
Who,
have to
who was
say.
the first, Reg? Let me hear this. Who was the
Because like
first?
in terms of like the way the album was produced, I know a lot of people saying, "Oh,
Uh,
well, this album was instrumental for combining hip hop and the soul and jazz." But I made an Instagram post, which I'm surprised it got a lot of likes though. How I
right,
said how Queen Latifah's "Nature of the Sister" if it wasn't for that album, then you want to have Miseducation of Lauryn Hill
Right.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, it's no shade against Lauryn. Like I said, no shade against Lauryn Hill. I respect her legacy and everything like that. But at the same time, I just feel like people at times like to over sensitize her legacy off just that one album and
Hey,
stuff like
Freezy thinks that she's top five of all time. Is she top five of all time when it comes to females?
Hmm. I
I mean,
mean,
for me, I love Lauryn, but for
she's more
one
like number
album,
6.
she's number six. I had number six for her because I feel like she didn't release a lot of stuff. Like, yes,
Right.
she has one classic solo album, you have one classic group album, but when you compare her to Missy, who I feel like has a flawless discography, Missy really like took the baton from Lauryn during the 2000s. When you have MC Light, when you have Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, I think they're ahead of her. But I had Lauryn number six. I don't feel like she's top five. Just like how people put Andre in that discussion. Andre got one solo album. So like, what are y'all basing it off of? Are y'all basing it off Love Below, or is it the Outcast stuff? Because if it's the Outcast stuff, then it got to be Outcast top five as a group, not as solo. I mean, Big Boy got more albums than Andre. Nobody even talk about Big Boy stuff like that.
Well, see, the thing with Andre's legacy, which I was watching this YouTube video from this cat named Gully Boy. I don't know if y'all heard of Gully Boy and stuff
I
like
never
that.
heard of
And
him.
you heard of him?
Nah, I
He
never heard of him.
made. Oh, you never heard? Okay, well,
No.
he's had this video called Unpopular Hip Hop Opinions, and ironically, he did mention Lauryn Hill and he did mention Andre 3000.
Andre, right?
He said that for Andre, he felt like a lot of people are calling him the GOAT because there was one song Lil Wayne did, I want to say
Mm,
for like the Carter 4
mm,
and stuff like that, where he mentions Andre as one of his favorites, and everybody quickly went with it and stuff like that. Me
right,
personally, I've always known Andre was a dope lyricist, but
right,
he's not in my top 10 or in my top 15. He's more like in my
right,
top 25 or 20 and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And shit like that. And so with Lauryn Hill, pretty much, he said that she only dropped one album and it
Right.
wasn't that much rapping and stuff like that. So I kind of got what he was saying about that and stuff like that. So that's why it kind of made me think about a lot of shit. And this is no shit against Lauren or Andre.
Mm.
Just speaking facts.
I see. I mean, okay, like Mark, you said, you're not off of material. So then, what do you base off? Like when people put Lauren or Andre in top five, what are y'all going off of? Because if it's just one album, then what? Then you might as well put Chi Ali got one album. I never heard nobody say, "Oh, Chi Ali is top five all time." You know what I'm saying? So Big L got one album. Is he top five all time to anybody?
He's in my
You
top
feel me?
10.
I know, I'm saying it's like if you're putting Lauren and Andre in top five because of one album, then where's Big L at? Where's he placed at? That's what I'm saying. It's like I can't put Lauren ahead of Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott. To me, I just feel like they have more work and when Lauren disappeared, like Missy Elliott took over, and then came Nicki. But I'm not putting Nicki in top five album. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Andre, if you put Andre in top five, you got to be going off of the Outkast stuff because it can't be just off of that one Love Below album. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
did singing on there too, just like Lauren did on Miseducation. So you going off of the Outkast stuff then. So where's Big Boy placed that then? Like, is Big Boy like he don't have no balls now? You know,
Yeah.
that's my whole point. It's like Lauren would be number six as far as like female MCs. Like Andre, I would put Andre like you said, like top 20, top 25. I don't think he's. I mean, lyricist, he's great, but I don't like he don't have like no only one solo album. It's like if I'm putting him top five, it got to be off of the Outkast stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley, what you think about this album? Is it classic to you?
Yeah, it is.
And this is an album that if you was on an island by yourself, you would take this album with you?
Yeah, it'll be one of the albums I will take with me.
Yeah, I love it. I think we need more. I've been saying that forever. We need more Lauryn Hill music, but
Hmm.
you know, I love it though. They're definitely a classic album. It is still in print, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think this will ever be out of print. Like
No, no,
Rocky
because
and
it's easy to come by, especially on Amazon. Because I only pay like five something
right.
for this.
Yeah, yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Lauren needs the money, so she definitely will. They will always have this in print. I think. Right. Marquis said the belief. Lauren, Big L, and 3000 can be great if they choose to. Besides Big L, of course. Favorite D'Angelo album. I love Voodoo. That's
Ooh,
my
damn.
Brown Sugar is great.
That's a hard one because low key,
That's
all three of
awesome.
those albums could be a contender for his best, in my opinion. Hmm.
In my opinion, for Southern MCs, I would say Scarface over Andre.
Lauryn Hill was the first Drake. What? Hold
Who
up, hold
said
up,
that?
We're not going there.
hold
We're
up.
not going there. We're not going
No,
there.
no,
The first
no.
Drake.
Don't you
Who
ever use
said
Lauryn
that?
and Drake in the same fucking sentence unless you talk about that Nice for What
No,
song.
no.
Lauren Hill was the first Drake. Wow.
Who really said that? That's what I want to know.
Like I said, I want to hear your opinion about this because, like I said, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
really
want
going
to hear
to
this.
Marquise, get your ass up here. I sent you the link a long time ago. Get on up here, yo. Explain that.
Oh,
Explain yourself.
shit.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Lauren Hill. You put in Lauren Hill and Drake in the same sentence? And I like Drake,
What?
but it's not like he invented anything. He didn't do nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
If anything, I feel like in this era, I feel like Drake opened the door for a lot more artists to experiment with singing. Like Wiz Khalifa wasn't singing when he first came out. You know, I've heard Wiz Khalifa sing, on occasion. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Mac Miller, dabbled in that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye dabbled in that as well with the vocoder
Mm-hmm.
machine. You know what I'm saying? I think Drake
Yeah.
opened that lane for more artists to become comfortable singing, but it ain't nothing he started though.
No.
Domino, anybody remember Domino? Domino was doing
Ooh,
that before Drake.
here we go, here we
Yeah,
go.
he was doing that before Drake.
Begin
The Force
to
and
change.
D's,
Oh.
Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were doing this before Drake.
Yeah.
Hell,
You
Big
know,
Daddy Kane was even singing
Big
before
Daddy
Drake.
Kane. Oh no, but Kane was doing it bad though. Like I love Kane, but Kane did a little bit too much that he shouldn't have did.
Mm.
No,
Especially when
Kane
he
wanted
became
to
a
be
police.
the next Barry White. That's what he wanted to be.
Oh God, when nigga dressed up like Black Clark Gable on the Prince of Darkness album cover, yo. You know what
Hey
I'm
yo,
saying?
this a spoiler alert. If we ever do this Patti LaBelle review tomorrow,
Mm.
I have to say Big Daddy Kane's verse on that Patti LaBelle song was dope as fuck. I'm just gonna leave that right there.
Man,
Mm.
Clark
Kane.
Gable.
That's what took Kane down. He tried to like doing too much extra stuff, yo. You a
Oh,
lyricist,
Yeah.
doing shit with Patti LaBelle and this person, Spinderella and shit. Like, come on.
yeah, I'll do some things to Cinderella if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Oh boy.
you know what you mean, Reg? Speaking
Yo,
of
look,
someone like Drake, how you feel? I like listen. Nikki had a run. She had a good run where nobody was a competition. Every year she won the best female award at the BT Awards until Remy came out of jail and did that Sheeta song. Until Cardi B got famous, nobody expected that. Until Megan Thee Stallion came out and Doja Cat. Now Nikki got
fuck.
competition and she can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That and it make her look like a sore loser now because like she's not happy that the attention is no longer on her. You know what I'm saying? It's on everybody else but her. But it's like if you're a true champion, the competition shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter who's out there. And that's I feel like that's why she's not as popular as she used to be. Because when she was popular, nobody was out. It was just her. You know what I'm saying? But I like her some of her albums. I like Pink Friday and Pink Friday Reloaded and you know what I mean. Pink Print that was dope. But I'm not putting it in top five. She's not top
Yeah,
five to me.
Pink Print was dope.
Yeah, it was a dope album, but she's not top five. And I think another thing is like for Nicki, there was a time when she first came out, she was talking about getting the same type of fans that Lady Gaga has, but you can't be doing that if you talking about getting your pussy ate and all that. Lady Gaga don't talk about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know she has young fans. It's like you want your daughter at 8 years old listening and quoting what Nicki Minaj is saying.
Hell, they already quoting wet ass pussy, so shit.
Exactly. They
Oh
already.
God.
You know what I mean? But Nicki did her thing, but she's not top five to me. I mean, if anybody put her in top five, that's good for them.
I mean,
Mm.
this might be another controversial thing I might say,
Okay, here
but
we go.
I'm not a big Nicki fan myself, but I would say she is an influence of the hip hop game and shit. I would
Yeah,
say
she
that.
is. She is. She and Drake is. They
Right.
they they are influential in today's climate of music. You know what I'm saying? Not just
Yeah.
rap, in pop music as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, um, just cause you might have had like a good run, don't mean that you a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, Nicki and Drake had a run. I'm not putting them in top five all the time with anybody that's there.
Mm-mm.
You know, did Ransom Right for Nicki? I never heard of Ransom Right for Nicki. I met Nicki's if anybody remember Fendi, she was under Fendi before she went to Cash Money. I met Fendi back in like 2007. He's a real cool guy and shit. Fendi used to do the come up mixtapes. He had Gravy as well. But I never heard of Ransom Right for Nicki. They had some good stuff out. I like some of like just so people don't get it twisted. I like some of the new school, but it like when it comes to new school, we talk about it's more underground. But as far as mainstream, I do love Kendrick and J. Cole, and I like Drake's earlier stuff as well as Nicki's stuff. They had a run. Nicki had a run, but I'm not putting them in top five when it comes to females. You know what I'm saying? I think she'll probably be in top five for this generation because they wasn't around for Queen Latifah and MC Light. But as far as like all time, she's not in my top five all time. You know, y'all heard that Mariah came out with a song with Lauryn Hill? I didn't hear that. Is that new?
What?
Mariah and Lauryn Hill? When did that drop?
I didn't know that.
I didn't hear about that. It was a song from Erica Badu.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that's my wife right there. Shit. I would say on top of my head, Tyrone, just to be generic. Fuck
That
you.
was great. Yeah.
Mm.
Next Lifetime. That was a great song.
That's one of my favorites too. But I would have to go with the song that "Love of My Life" ode to hip hop.
I love that. That was dope. Definitely good classic song.
Yeah, man. Speaking of, I know you mentioned Talib Kweli. Didn't you
Uh,
tell me that? Yeah, I didn't even read that argument between
oh
him and
God. Yeah, there was, and they're probably still going at it. Last time I checked, he was still cursing fans out on her page. There was some,
no.
Jaguar Wright called him out again, and she wanted Talib on her live today. He didn't show up, and he was
Mm.
Yo,
people was calling him out on her page, and then he was answering back like going at it with the fans. And I think that's so unprofessional because it makes him look guilty for whatever
exactly.
Jaguar was talking about. It make like why are you on there the whole day cursing at her fans? Like he had her on block, took her off a block, and then you're cursing out her fans on her page. I don't get that. It makes him look suspect. It makes him look guilty. I just feel like you already got banned from Twitter. Like what the hell are you doing, cursing out people on Instagram? Like that's just stupid.
See,
You know?
he's like I said, he's probably just mad because he hasn't had a good album since 2007.
Oh God.
Mhm.
But
Talib
I'm
had a
gonna,
cheating discography.
ever
He has
since
a
you
cheating.
called my friend a coon, I haven't really been fucking with Talib like
And
that.
and she told she said it's like something in the video about how Mos Def was the one that carried him on the Black Star album.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn, that's what I've been saying. Damn.
Yep. She called him out.
Shit.
And you had I sent Reg I sent Reg the screenshot. He was like people was calling him out and he's like, oh well if you really knew most Def, we don't call him that no more. We call him Yasin Bey. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing, yo? What are you doing? Like it make you look guilty. Like you on here the whole day cursing out her fans.
Mm.
You know? I'm
Yo,
like, come on, Tyler, man. Like make a good album for once. You know what I'm saying?
for real.
His
Get back.
discography is shitty.
For real. Get high tech. No, actually, I'll scratch that because even though
Get
Reflection
no,
of
get
Tunnel,
high tech
scratch.
and get that solid Reflection of Tunnel album. You know?
Shit.
Man.
Talib over here looking like a homeless bum at this point. Y'all see him? He had a hell heavy beard. I don't know if
Right.
that's fucking Talib or Rick Ross at this second and shit.
It's crazy, yo.
Fuck Talib quality, man. Motherfucking eat a motherfucking dick, man. Fuck that bullshit, nigga.
Crazy.
Fuck Talib. Fuck any nigga
And
that.
then he brings up Rachel Docile. I'm saying her name right, Docile. You know the
Rachel.
white girl trying to be black. I don't know. That's what she was talking about. Rachel Dolezal or whatever.
Oh, you mean one of them Karens and shit?
Right, and he was bringing that up, and he was like people was going at him in the comments. I'm like, yo, like he make himself look guilty doing that though. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't want to get on her live, but you brave enough to call people out in the comments. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and he's talking about how well don't believe anything she say because y'all don't know her. She used to kidnap her kids, and I'm like, why are you even going there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you putting this chick business out there. Like if she do that, that's one thing. You ain't got to respond just the same way the Roots and everybody ain't respond to her. You know, and I just
This whole Aquarius is going down, man.
yeah,
Shit.
I feel sorry for them. And she's like, I got tapes on everybody. She called out Moni Love last night.
Moni Love.
What?
What does Moni Love got to do with
because so I
Right.
don't know, but they were like she showed the part where Moni Love was on the Talib's podcast. That was last week because I just saw that episode on Friday last week, and that was about like Moni Love talking about how she started in the Native Tongue family, and Jaguar's watching the video and she's like cursing at the TV and calling Moni Love a bitch and she's lying and all this stuff. I was like, wow. And she's like, I got tapes on everybody. I'm gonna release it.
Wow.
You know, so it's crazy. She called out Black Thought again.
Jesus. It's like as soon as this nigga Malik B died, that's when all.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I have to say this. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I hate it when a motherfucker dies and all the fucking somebody in the party wants to reveal everything. I always hate shit like that.
Right.
And it hasn't even been a full month since Malik B died, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope. I don't think so. Favorite Common song.
I used to love her.
I love that. Favorite Common Invocation. I love that song. He sampled a Stevie Wonder track. That's a dope one. Talib is a nuisance. I didn't know he was like that until recently. I heard he was, harassing people on Twitter and all that shit.
Mm.
This is what he's doing. Like you harassing people. You know better than Trump. You harassing
Oh.
people on Twitter and you can't even give us a solid album.
I swear to God, it's like ever since Plies and Lil Bootsy became famous on Instagram and Twitter, all these rappers over here trying to argue with fans on Twitter and shit like that.
And for what? Like, why do you care so much about what people think and say on I never got that concept. Like, why do people care that much? You know how like people say shit about me. I don't lose sleep at night worrying about what people think and say. Knowledge your Talib. Like if you're gonna answer everybody in comments, that makes you look guilty for whatever Jaguar's accusing you of. That's how I feel. Because if you're not guilty, then why you even respond? I don't care. Jill Scott responding to her or Erykah Badu responding to her.
Hell no. And Erica just went live on Instagram like last night, but I didn't see that shit.
And she didn't say, I didn't see it. But I'm like, Like I don't get it why people so concerned about what others think on social media. Like you ain't never gonna see these people in person, and
Nope.
if you do, they ain't not gonna say it to your face. So it's like, what difference does it make? Like, why are you even responding to them? And this nigga like spent like hours going at people on her page. I'm like, I'm surprised she didn't even block him. It's
Yeah.
almost like she wanted that shit to happen.
Shit.
Do you believe when Suge Knight dies, he will finally? Yes, I do. I was just talking about that with my mom the other day because what was I watching? I was watching something, and it was when Jam Master Jay, when they caught the killers for Jam Master Jay, and I was saying like the real killers that's still out there is Pac and Biggie. That one needs to be solved. And I do believe that when that Suge Knight knows, I think Puffy knows shit and he's not talking. And I
Oh,
feel
Puffy
like
always do shit.
yeah. Puffy call was right behind Biggs. There's no way in hell you didn't see what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like I felt like Puffy was almost like relieved that Big was out the way so that he can become his own artist on Bad Boy. And I think that's what he wanted. But I do believe Suge Knight knows shit. I think he will reveal. I mean, who's to say that he's not writing the book and then when he drops dead, the book comes out and then we find out who the killer is? I mean, I think he knows. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely needs to be solved at some point because that's really the big one that everybody wants to know.
Low key, man. The more I grow, the more I realize that the media was planning on taking Suge Knight down from the get go. I'm sorry.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a saint, but a black man with all that fucking power and all that shit. Like, if you guys seen the Death Row Chronicles and shit like
Right.
that,
Hmm.
you'll see what I'm saying and shit like that. Cause
And and even that interview that Teddy Riley gave to the Breakfast Club, and he talked about how Suge tried to get Teddy on death row, and he wanted him and Teddy to take down Jimmy Iovine and Interscope. I didn't know none of that shit was going on.
oh yeah,
That's
cause
crazy.
that's why Jimmy Iovine stayed close to Dre and shit. Cause Dre was
Right.
like less troublesome one.
Right.
Mhm.
And I what Suge Knight's son, he put up a picture recently of Suge like a couple days ago, saying that he's coming home soon. So I don't know, is he up for parole?
I doubt it.
What?
Yeah, because he put that picture of like he's coming home soon or something like that.
Mm.
Like wow.
Um, I have a question
Mm.
for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever see? I know I sent Try this. Actually, it's meant to you, Ashley. Did you ever see that video of Lil Kim and the Hip Hop Awards and shit like that with the reunion of Junior Mafia and all that?
Right.
She
No,
was
I
doing
didn't
some.
see it.
Oh, yo, why Lil Kim trying to dance like Puff now and shit? Like, I was like, Kim,
Oh,
who trying to shoot at you? Like, really? Like, you
and
over here doing all that dodging and
she,
shit.
she can never dance.
I'm just like, and then I'm sorry, but Lil Kim, man. Would y'all put
Is
Lil Kim in your top 5 female rappers or nah?
she and Foxy would make the list. They would be in the top 10 because but they both
Yeah.
got one classic album, but their discographies are shitty though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least with Foxy came back with Broken Silence. That was a great album. Kim, I liked La Bella Mafia. I don't remember all the songs off of it.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would say it was a great album though, but they in the top 10. They wouldn't be in the top 5 for me.
Same.
Yeah. China Dog
Um,
fast. Let me stop.
Mar- Marquise asks, "Is Westside Gun a new Puffy?"
What?
I don't know. Puffy
What?
Puffy is a good.
Yo, Marquise, you saying some wild shit tonight.
I told him to come up here. You got the link. Puffy is a good well he was a good he was good at promoting your album and stuff, but not rapping though. But Westside
Nah.
he not a great rapper either, but he has better albums than Puffy. He has better albums, including No Way Out. I'll still put no Westside's discography over Puffy's on.
Man,
You know.
Supreme Blind Tells is a fucking classic in my opinion.
Yes,
And he did
yes,
some of his best rapping on that. I don't care what no one
yes.
says.
That to me is still my favorite Westside Gun album. He was just in the zone on that album. The production was perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I think Westside has more influence on the culture compared to Puffy had influence back in the Bling era, but it wasn't just him. It was Cash Money, No Limit. There was a lot of factors into the Bling era. But I think for now, with this culture, like Griselda's at the forefront, and he is the bridge to Griselda being mainstream because of his personality and him bridging the connection with art and fashion and hip hop. Because Conway and Benny, they can't do it. They're just lyricists, but he is the gateway to Griselda being mainstream. So I think he has that cultural effect on the game now.
Hmm.
But I don't look at him as Puffy though. He's not. Hopefully, he's not robbing his artists. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all seen the movie Ride? Yeah, I didn't like that movie with Fredro Starr and Malik Yoba.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Did not like that movie. That's one of the worst hip hop films. They were bad hip hop films. Let's not get it twisted. Like everything out was great.
Oh
I'm
God.
I'm sorry. I never cared for Thicker Than Water with Mac 10 and Fat
Yeah, I
Joe.
didn't
I
like
never
that
cared
out.
for them.
Didn't like that one. That was tough. Fat Joe can't fucking act.
Yo, them I do like MP The Last Dawn. I do like that one because
So
even though Master P's a bad actor, his acting makes me laugh. His acting makes me laugh and shit.
favorite Kendrick album, Good Kid, Mad City. Love that album. Section 80 was great. Would you all put Eve? Eve would be in the top 10. I don't think she'd be in my top five. She'd be in like number 6 or 7.
Mm.
Because she did have some strong albums out, and she was like instrumental in the success of Rough Riders. So I think Eve could still kill it now. She just need that. I want Rough Riders First Lady Eve though, not that shit that she put out a couple years ago.
You mean
Yeah.
Tambourine?
Yeah, nah, Tambourine. I like the song. I didn't care for that. I forgot the name of the album,
Yeah.
but it was like more. You know that what I'm talking about, right? It was more poppy though. It was more like a poppy album, but I didn't care for that. But I like our first album and Scorpion were like her best ones to me.
Right.
You know, like Rough Riders. What I like about Rough Riders is they didn't like Eve had to battle DMX and the Locks and Drag On to get in that crew. Like they didn't just put her in the crew because she was looking good. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays you get if you have a crew, you might get a female in your crew because that's gonna be Megan Thee Stallion's competition or something like that. But Eve had to fight her way in the crew. She had to battle MCs and to get in Rough Riders. So that's what I like. That Pitbull in the skirt. That she actually got bars.
Yeah. You heard the story about how Maze pretty much saw her as a stripper and stuff like that. And he told her she don't need to be doing that shit.
Oh shit!
Reverend Mace.
Mace. Wow.
Yeah, Reverend Mace.
Reverend Mace.
One
This
year
was
later.
before or after he retired.
This was I think before he retired.
Retired.
He became a reverend 1 year later. I'm in G Unit and shit.
No, I think he did that to get out of that contract with Puffy because he owed Puffy 6 albums. He only dropped 3.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't never gonna get those 3 albums from Mace.
hell no.
You know?
Yeah.
What are your top 5 female MCs? Queen Latifah, MC Light, Missy Elliott. Who else? Lauryn Hill. I got Lauryn. I got is that 4 or 5? Queen Latifah, MC Light, Missy Elliott, Lauryn. Rhapsody. I like Rhapsody. Rhapsody. I started listening to Rhapsody I want to say when she dropped the Return of the B Girl mixtape. Forgot what year that was, but Rhapsody definitely is nice. Jean Grey is nice. Definitely underrated. Rod Digger definitely underrated. A lot of the female MCs are underrated, but they don't got the work to show for it though. Bahamadia. I loved her first album. You know what I'm saying? Yo-Yo. I think Yo-Yo is underrated. She's definitely in my top 10.
Yo,
Salt and Pepper. She's in the top 5, yeah. Salt and Pepper, even though like they're a group, but Salt and Pepper definitely did a lot for females in hip hop. You know,
Mm.
the Brat definitely. I gotta can't forget the Brat. Definitely one of those. The Brat was the first female to go platinum before Missy and before Foxy and Little Kim and you know what I mean. So definitely the Brat. You know, Roxanne definitely. Um, what do
Roxanne's
you think?
cool,
No.
but she only had one good album, in my opinion.
Right, right. So it's like I said, again, like they were dope lyricists, but they don't got like some of them don't got like classic albums or they have like one album. You know what I'm saying? Like Lady of Rage is I always thought she was dope, but she got one album.
Let's not talk about that album.
I didn't say it was classic. And she just got one album, you know what I'm saying? But I always thought she had bars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know, Bahamadia, she didn't like what I think she put out like one other album after Collage, but Collage is a classic album. You know,
I
you got
agree.
Primo, you got Guru producing on that as well. You got the Beat Miners, you got the Roots on there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a classic album in my opinion. But you know, nobody mentions Bahamadia though.
I agree.
You know, what do you think about Griselda Armani? I only heard that. I heard the track that she did on Fly God 2 with Westside and I heard the track she did that Primo produced. I forgot the name of that track. But I'm looking forward to what she got to do on Griselda. You know, hopefully, you know, I don't know if she's writing her bars. I mean, she sound dope, but who knows if she's writing her own shit. You know, but you know, I'm looking forward to her album.
Same.
But she doesn't like when you look at her, she doesn't look like she writes like she. It looks like they got her because she's gonna be like Megan Thee Stallion's competition.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I actually like Megan Thee Stallion, low key.
You like Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, when she's actually spitting and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I don't really care for this wet ass pussy, but I just feel like if y'all really gonna get at this song, there's worse songs than that. I mean,
Um,
so how do we really know Cardi has a really wet ass pussy and shit at this point?
Nobody knows. Well, I mean, what's her name? What's her name? Offset.
Offset fucking around all these other chicks and shit. You don't even fucking know. Hell, how the fuck we
Man,
know Offset's the father of them kids and shit? That's
oh
what I'm
my
saying.
god,
Hell, I could be the father of
Mm.
Cardi's
this
kids. Fuck.
this show is turning into Maury right now. You know what I'm
By the way,
saying? You are not the father. Uh,
so I got an announcement.
uh,
Okay, so I fixed the live. I found a live streamer called Boxcast and
okay.
shit like that, which I'm gonna use until the 29th.
Can you
I
use it
know
on your laptop? Can you use it on your phone or laptop or what?
um laptop, but I have to use Zoom. I think I have to use Zoom with it. But I'm
With
trying
it.
to try it out tonight.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if do you have a Zoom try?
Yeah, I got Zoom.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So I'm gonna try this shit out tonight, see what I'm working with and stuff. But yeah, man.
Mark
But yeah,
Morrison returning to Mac versus Soul for Real Candy Rain. I gotta go with Candy Rain. Love that song.
I'm, I'm gonna go Return to the Mac.
Returning to Mac. That was dope.
Yeah.
They be playing that in commercials now and shit.
Boy, and it
Yeah,
don't even
even
have
though I
nothing
love
to do
both
with the
of those,
song.
I'll have to go with Turn the
Right.
Mac as well.
Like,
Makai said, asks, what's your favorite Kanye album? Favorite albums from Kanye? Um, I love everything up until Pablo. Pablo I like, but I don't like the first half of Pablo. I like the bottom half with like Wolves and Fade and 30 Hours. I like the bottom half of that album. But I love Yeezus. I love College Dropout, Dark Twisted Fantasy, 808 and Heartbreaks. Love those albums. Those are classic, late registration. So
favorite Kanye album, Late Registration. Fuck it.
right.
Yeah. I
Um
know how I feel about College Dropout. So
yes. Um what he said? Favorite song from Dave Jam Hall that he produced. Uh, like like I said, intro. Let me be the one. Mariah Carey, music, Dream Lover, some classic songs.
Let me look that up.
Kenny Lattimore, I believe he did Kenny Lattimore, Never Too Busy. His first hit. That's a
Love
great
No
song.
Limit.
Oh, okay.
Love No Limit, right? Love, yeah, that's why we talked about that the other night. Love No Limit.
Mm-hmm.
That was last night, right? It was last night or the night before last? It was Sunday.
Yeah, night before last.
Right.
Yeah.
Rod Digger is dope, but she only got like one album. You know? Shay Noah definitely is gonna be a problem. I love Shay Noah's album with Apollo Brown. He's killing it right now. You know. King said my beautiful dark twisted fantasy is my favorite, but college dropout comes from. Yeah, I love both of those albums. I think Kanye like you could say like Dark Twisted Fantasy is like his last classic album. You know, like there was hype for that. Like I was listening to the radio when he was doing those Good Fridays and like dropping like those unreleased joints from the like that didn't make the album. Like I was
Yeah.
hyped for that album. That album is a great album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. That album grew on me, but I would
Right.
say Watch the Throne was the last good triumph from Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't count that because it's a collab. But yeah, Watch the Throne was a dope album. Um, yeah, I saw Lauryn. Nah, she wasn't late back in '96. I saw Lauryn one time when it was the Fugees before they broke up. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't late, but she wasn't late. Like she did that shit. Like when she went solo, she started doing that. But I tell you who was late though. When I went to see TLC in '95, they were an hour late for the show at the Garden, but they made up for it. They killed it. Left Eye was great. T-Boz, everybody was great in concert. But that's the only concert I've been. No, I can't. I'm lying. New Edition was late also. When I went to see New Edition in 2014, they were late also, but it wasn't an hour late. They were just like fixing the stage and all that for them. But TLC was an hour late when I went to see them, but they were great though.
Yo, low key.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw Lauryn Hill with Nas about I want to say 2-3 years ago. Lauryn was on time.
She was on time for that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Nas was
heard
like,
King. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Nas was like, yeah, you better come on time. I'm not trying to make waste money and shit.
Right? Did she perform If I Was the World with him?
Yeah,
Oh, that was dope. Why you didn't take no video or nothing?
I did. I put the videos either on my Instagram or my Snapchat. Yeah,
I don't remember seeing those. Okay.
because we
Um.
didn't meet around that time.
Oh, true. What he said? Have you heard? Yeah, King's Disease was a solid album. I don't think I don't I see people already calling it a classic and it's in a top five all time, and I'm like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are totally skipping Godson and I Am. I don't know why. You know, it was a dope album. I don't like there's certain like the features with Little Durk and Big Sean I didn't care for, but you know there's bangers. You know, Blue Benz, Car 50 was it Car 54, Car 84. Um, All Bad with Anderson .Paak. I think that should be a single. Full Circle with Firm. That was great to hear the Firm again on that reunion track. Spicy, love that song at the end. I think ASAP Ferg killed it. That should be a single as well. The Cure, 10 Points. Like it's a banging album, but it's number one. It's too early to say where it's gonna be placed at in his discography. And I wouldn't put it top five with Godson or I Am or It Was Written, Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Stillmatic. I don't think it's up there with those albums. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a solid album, and this is it's way better than Nasir. And this is the album that I mean, well, I don't want to say this is the album that people wanted, because I feel like I feel like this is becoming a gimmick now, like doing these albums with a producer, and there's like 10 other producers I could have picked that is better than Hit Boy, in my opinion. I would Hit Boy wouldn't be my first choice, but I mean, if I had to pick, I would have picked Large Professor or Pete Rock or Primo, Alchemist, Derringer, Static Selector. Even Evidence. Evidence is highly slept on as a producer. You know what I'm saying? But Hit Boy, he did his thing. I love Ultra Black. That was a great single. But I'm not putting it top five with his other classics. I just feel like I see people doing that now. Like it's top five. I had a guy, comment today to me about, oh, it's a top five already, and I'm like, no, not to me. I feel like it's a solid album. That's the most I could expect from Nas at this point. I'm not expecting a classic. It's a dope album. You know what I'm saying? It'll be on my list at the end of the year for good albums this year because we haven't. I mean, we've had a lot on the underground, but as far as mainstream, it wasn't a lot. But it's a dope album. But I'm not putting it top five though. Um, Favorite Method Man and Redman collaboration. The Rockwaller. Love that song. Even though it was short and Redman didn't even like that song. He didn't like the beat, but he killed it.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That he didn't like the beat for the Rockwaller joint.
I'm gonna go with How High.
Yeah, it's classic. Classic.
Fly, Robin, fly.
Have I been to the tunnel? Never went to the tunnel. I've been to like other like spots back in the day, Club Speed, and there's another spot out in the Long Island I went to, but I'm not the club type. Like I went to more strip clubs than like regular clubs. Like regular clubs wasn't my thing. Like I was more into like getting the lap dances from strippers and shit. What's the best concert I've been to? I've been to best concert was Outkast, the Stank Love tour. That was 2001. That was great because I had it was like the whole Dungeon family with Goody Mob. Slim Cutter Calhoun was on that. Cool Breeze was on that. Sleepy Brown. Goody Mob, Outkast, Ludacris. That was actually Ludacris' first major tour, and he was the opening act. Back when he used to wear like the fuzzy Kango hats and shit. So I got to see Ludacris for the first time perform Southern Hospitality and Hole and What's Your Fantasy. So that's one of my favorites. Like I said, like New Edition, I saw in 2014 with Joe. He was the opening act for them. That was a great All Six tour. That was a great tour with BBD and Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill. I seen so many. Mobb Deep, I saw them in like '99 when Murder Music dropped. That was another good one. Mary J, I've seen like 3 times. I've seen like so many over the years. So, but like those are like the ones that was like up there for me. The Outkast tour, the New Edition tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, yo, try.
you gotta go.
After two more questions, I gotta call my
I'm
mom.
gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on a little bit. I know people like to ask me questions. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I mean, what else? King said, "I love King's Dead, but that song with Dirk was trash." Yeah, I didn't care for that song. I skipped over it.
Man, him and Lil Durk, that should have never happened.
Uh,
Lil Durk.
do I like Diamond D? Definitely, Diamond D is a classic producer. Love Diamond D. Me, Reg, and I'm trying to think. Was Ashley there for Showbiz and AG review?
No, it was just you and me. Ash came after.
I love the. Oh yes, I love the boom bap production. Showbiz and Diamond D, Lord Finesse. That Diamond D's a definitely a Hall of Famer. Definitely top 10 all time in my opinion of producers. I love his album Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop, and the there's an Infidelity album. That album is fire. He got some joints. Even the album he did with Sadat X, Agua, that came out a couple years ago. That was fire.
The Hugh Hefner Chronicles was dope.
You have and even the illustration for that album cover is dope.
Mm-hmm. And even the new album, the recent album he came out with, I want to say like 2015 or 16 was dope.
Dime Piece 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that was dope. Dime Piece was good.
Yeah, man.
What Virgo girl smoking? Virgo girl, what are you smoking?
Who?
What?
Marquise thinks you're smoking. Is that why your camera's off?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No, he was talking to me because I was smoking.
Oh. Yeah. I've been to Coney Island many times. It's a legendary amusement park. We haven't gone this year because of everything that's been going on. But like Coney Island, I went there many when I was growing up. The rides and everything was cool. Favorite Ludacris song.
Ooh,
Favorite Ludacris song. Damn. Uh,
Southern Hospitality.
I love that. Number one spot. Number one spot was dope.
Yes.
Area Codes with Nate Dogg. I love that one.
In my opinion, I'm gonna say this one
Mm,
thing before I go.
right.
I might get some flack, but the Runaway Love video is funny as hell. Unintentional.
The Kanye video.
The Runaway Love, the song he did with Mary J. Blige, Runaway Love.
Yeah, that joint from Release Therapy.
Yeah, you know what's
Yeah.
funny about that video?
Uh,
What?
Two things.
yeah.
One, Kiki Palmer just crying her fucking eyes out, right? And Mary J. Blige just sitting, chilling and singing and shit, talking about I would run away with you. I would run. I'm like, what kind of? Then the shit that really blew me was at
Uh,
the end. He's like, Ludacris, like sometimes I feel like running away myself. Close
okay.
your eyes,
He
open
said
your
that?
eyes. All them lost flyer was floating around. I'm like, how is that going to help? How is that going to help anything?
Oh
Mm.
man.
Like, I'm sorry, I love the song, but the video is like one of those unintentionally funny ass videos. Like,
Right.
Mm.
but
Right.
anyway, I'm gonna handle a few things. I'm gonna text y'all
All right.
about some shit tonight.
All
This
right.
was
Alright.
this actually made me feel a little
Salute.
bit better at the moment.
Well,
So
that's great. That's what music's supposed to do. It's supposed to make us feel better and take our minds
yeah,
off the bullshit going on in the
Yeah.
world. So
yeah, even if it's for 2 hours or some shit, but
yes. Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna do some test runs on this live stream, and I'm gonna let y'all know some information
All right.
about it. So
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
y'all have a good night.
Salute.
Peace.
Peace.
Salute. Ashley, you bouncing too?
Yep.
All right. Salute to
Yeah.
you. That's the homie. Hit me up. Yeah. Um, Bobby Brown. You went. Oh, you went to see Bobby. Yeah, Bobby Brown was dope. He did his solo thing when I went to see him. He's dope. Favorite song from Prince, 1999. Well, I'm shit. I gotta go with the title track, man. The title track, that's a classic. Favorite Joe Levert song. Uh, I wasn't like big on Joe like as a solo artist. Like I know like Joe stuff from like LSG and Levert. Well, Joe Levert is a legendary singer, man. Like we definitely miss him in R&B right now. How do I feel about Theater? I didn't like Theater of the Mind. Theater, I actually have that album, Theater of the Mind. I don't like it though, from what I remember from it. Like I know there was a Primo track on there, and I think he had Chris Rock on there, like on a skit or something. But I didn't like that Ludacris album. I think Ludacris fell off after Red Light District, in my opinion. But yeah, I got that out. I don't even play that album, Theater of the Mind. Yeah, Area Codes is a dope song. Love that song. You know, how y'all feel about King's Disease? Where y'all ranking that in Nas discography? Is it top five to you? Is it top 10? I'm hearing like people already calling it a classic, and it's top five Nas albums ever. I'm like, I don't think so. But Michael versus Prince. Michael, I love Prince. I've got a group on both of them. So but I mean, if people say Prince over Michael, that's cool. If people say Michael over Prince, that's cool. And Miss Michael for me because that was like my introduction to music as a whole, and the Thriller era, and like my first video was Beat It, so it'll always be Michael for me. But Prince is a legend. He's great. You know what I'm saying? Like I love both of them. How did I win? I won. There was a contest. They had the record store day contest last year, and I entered my name, and they hit me up, and they said that you were like one in like 4,000 or some shit like that. It was like 4,000 people entered the contest, and they hit me up in DM, and they told me I won. So that's how I won that the vinyl and all that stuff. Nas top 10. No, but I mean, where are you ranking King's Disease right now? Like in his discography, is it a top five album in his discography? Is it top? Is it last place? Where does it rank in his discography right now? To me, it's not top five. I don't see how people overlooking Godson and I Am for King's Disease. I feel like I Am and Godson is all better albums than the album that's out now. I mean, my thing was I just was glad that it was a solid album and it wasn't gonna be like Nasir. We didn't get that. We got a full album. We got the collabs. I like the fact that yeah, he did mix the old with the new. Like he had Brucey B on the album. He had the Firm reunion. He has Anderson Paak. He has ASAP Ferg. I like the fact that he to his best ability he like incorporated the new and the old. But I don't want to hear Nas collaborate with anybody though. You know what I'm saying? Like you do a song with Big Sean and Dirk or whatever, but I don't want to hear him collaborate with everybody. I don't feel like he needs to do that. I feel like he is a legend already. You know what I'm saying? It's up to this generation to get to know who he is, not the other way around and feel like he need to introduce himself to this generation. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. It's like even with movies, they feel that a lot of these movie companies feel like they need to reboot classics to introduce to this generation. It's up to this generation now to go back and find out, and watch a classic instead of doing over everything for them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just going to be a revolving door if you keep doing that. At some point, you got to be like, well, this is a legend, and it's up to this generation to go back and find out. Like we had to do when Michael was out. When I was a little boy and Thriller came out, and I already knew Michael was great based on just watching videos for Billie Jean and for Thriller and for Beat It. He already was great at that point. So it was up to me to go back and listen to I Want You Back. You know what I'm saying? And listen to Heartbreak Hotel and all those other Jackson 5 classics. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh well, I don't Michael, I don't know who Michael is, so he needs to introduce himself again to me. I have to go back and listen to the Jackson 5 stuff. This is the same thing I'm talking about with this generation. Nas don't need to reintroduce himself for this generation. They need to go back and listen to Illmatic and It Was Written and I Am and Stillmatic and Godson. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to hear Nas. It's cool that he did that, like incorporated the new and the old, but I don't want to hear him do that all the time with everybody that's out now. There are different opinions. I mean, Foxy definitely won here supposedly. So I think if she did the best that she could. She sounded like Broken Silence Foxy, I think that album was solid. And I think she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody did their thing on there. They all probably gonna sound rusty because it's been a long time since they actually been defirmed with the original lineup. But I think you know, there's rumors that we might get a firm album. Dr. Dre is working with Nas, so who knows? And I would love that. I think this culture needs a new firm album, the proper firm album with Cormega the right way. And I'm all in for that. Favorite song from Brian McKnight. Um I love Anytime. I love You Should Be Mine. Back at One. He has a lot of good songs that I like from him. Even the song he did with Boyz II Men, Let It Snow. Love that song. You got King's Disease at number 7. That's interesting. Okay. Favorite Tony song. Whatever You Want. I love that song. Anniversary. If I Had No Loot. What year did you, I started buying CDs in 1990 when CDs like first started when they first started being manufactured. First CD I bought was Mama Said Knock You Out, classic album. I still have that album. That's my favorite LL album ever. So yeah, that's when I started buying like CDs and you know Joe versus Brian McKnight. I'm going with Joe. I think Joe. Well, Brian, that's hard, brother. They both good, but I like Joe's albums more. Like the All That I Am album. That's one of his classic albums. Love that album. Um, the songs he had, like Let's Stay Home Tonight and Love Scene. Don't Want to Be a Player No More. Um, there's so many Stutter. There's so many songs that Joe got. Like Brian McKnight. I'm more of a Joe fan, but Brian McKnight got classics. He's a great singer. I know he said he was recently retiring, so I remember that. But Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe. I did not like that Kobe song with Brian McKnight. I never liked Kobe as a rapper. I just felt like that wasn't, what I'm saying, that wasn't for him. You know. But yeah, I remember this like watching that video. He had like the tuxedo on and shit. You know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, like not yeah, but it must be a reason why Nas feel like he's not doing songs with Kendrick and going after J. Cole and Joey Badass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he might just want them to do their own thing, and have them stay in their own lane instead of like. I feel like if he do a song with J. Cole or Kendrick, he gonna outshine them. So that's gonna be the big talk. Like, oh, Nas outshine Kendrick on his own track, and I don't think Nas wants that. That could be a factor of why he's not doing stuff with them. Favorite song from Cut Close. Um, favorite song from Cut Close. Get Up on It. We talked about that album like months ago. Matter of fact, on Reggie's channel, we talked about that. That was a great album. You know. Um, I don't know. Like seven. I still think I don't know. Like it's too early to rank the Nas album. Like I said, like it's a solid album, and like if I had to make a list of like best albums of 2020, it will be on my list because I think it is better than Nasir. You know what I'm saying? But there's people that feel like he didn't give us the Nas that we was expecting. He has to rhyme with the best rappers. I heard people saying that he has to rhyme with Griselda, which I don't believe. He doesn't necessarily have to do anything with Griselda. I mean, it would be dope to hear, but I mean, he doesn't have to do that. He's a legend already. If he retired today, he gave us more than one classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to hear him do shit with Griselda and do shit with, with Stove God and Shay No and people like that. But I mean, he doesn't need to do it. What female rapper did you have the biggest? I had a crush on. I actually had a crush on Queen Latifah back then. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always into like the thick women. And she looked good back then. And once she got rid of the African garbs and stuff, like when she was like on Living Single and all that, Foxy Brown was cute at one point. And, when she came out with El Nana, Salt and Pepper, they're still well, they used to be beautiful until Pepper went under the knife and got a facelift. I think Salt got one too, but Salt and Pepper used to be beautiful as well. LL Cool J 4321 or Band from TV. That's a good one. That's a good two great classic posse cuts. Man, I gotta go with Band from TV because that song was played everywhere when that Noriega album was dropping. And Pun is on that. You got Styles and Jada, classic posse joint. Um Favorite premiere beat. That's a hard one. Favorite premiere beat. Damn, there's so many, yo. Like MCs act like they don't know. Code of the Streets, Take It Personal, Dwick, Hip Hop, Boom. It's so many, man. New York State of Mind, So Ghetto. I'll be here all night. It's like Primo is like P Rock and Primo are my favorites all time. So that would be like a hard list to make. Yeah, Foxy Brown was gorgeous from when on the Il Nana drop. You know, Marquise get better soon, yo. Cause I know like people that have like migraines and shit, and I never experienced them, but like just talking to people that had it, like it's a painful thing. So get well with that. Forever My Lady or Cry for You. Cry for You. Love that song. Something on Gangster or Nas. I don't get it. Little Kim was cute. I mean, I didn't have a crush on her though. Like Little Kim was cute before the surgery, but I wasn't like a big like I didn't look at her like that. Like Foxy Brown to me was more attractive than Kim, but like Kim, you see how Kim is now. It's like I don't think she should have ever went under the knife. You know what I'm saying? I just think she made a mistake doing that. Favorite Big L song? Um, Favorite Big L song? Damn. Ebonics. I love that song. Ebonics was great. Size 'em Up. The Enemy. Uh, MVP. It's a lot of I love a lot of Big L songs. I don't know if I could just say one. Gangstar and Nas. What do you mean? Like favorite premier beats with Gangstar and Nas? I don't understand. I think it would be if it's Gangstar against Nas. I think it would be Gangstar. I mean, because I feel like he gave the best shit for Guru. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas had great joints with him too. I would love to see an I would love to see an album with Primo and Nas. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Primo got a vault full of beats from the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like if he could do an album with Bumpy Knuckles, he could do an album with Nas, and it'll come out fire. He did two albums with Royce, so he could definitely do an album with Nas. And that's something we wanted like a long time ago. I don't know. I don't know if Nas will even. I'd rather hear Nas do that. Like if you're gonna do a producer album, why not Pete Rock? Pete Rock, I'm sure he would be jumping at the chance to work. Do a whole album with Nas. Why not Primo? Why is he picking like I'm hearing RZA for the next album and Swiss Beats. I'm like, come on, man. These niggas just fell off a long time ago. RZA fell off 20 years ago. Swiss Beats fell off like years ago. Like I don't think they giving their best shit right now. What's the last hit that Swiss Beats had for anybody? What's the last hit RZA had? What the Wu Tang? He can't even do a Wu Tang album properly. You gonna do a album with Nas? How's that gonna go? Do you think Kendrick is top 10 rappers all time? I don't think. I think Kendrick will be a legend when it's all said and done. Like placing him top 10 all time. And right now, he wouldn't be on my top 10. I just think that's a hard list to beat when you got LL and Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane and Jay and M and Biggie and Pac. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like he has the potential, but like on for my list right now, he wouldn't be top 10. But I definitely feel like he'll be a legend when it's all said and done. Yeah, but I mean, they said the same thing about Pete Rock, that there was something going on with him and Pete, and we only got to hear him and Pete again on Lost Tapes 2. And I didn't even like that track. Like he sampled that Uptown Anthem from Naughty by Nature for that. It just sounded like a lazy produced beat by Pete Rock. It didn't sound like nothing fire. Like compared to the shit he gave Smoke DZA, or the album he gave Flea Lord right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've heard better from Pete Rock recently. They can't blow 80 Block and Tiffany's mixtape. That shit was way better. Like that Queen that song that he gave Nas for Lost Tapes 2, I didn't like it. I just felt like Pete could have gave him something better, in my opinion. I know people liked it, but I was just like, that's something you could have saved for somebody else. Like you could have gave that to Nems or something, or that OG or something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay on for like 10 more minutes. From time to time, I'm gonna be on here, let y'all ask questions and shit. You know, Bumpy Knuckles definitely is underrated. Definitely a dope ass lyricist. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing it for a long time, and I feel like he never gets the props that he deserves. I mean, yo, I'll take an album with even with Nas and 38 Special. 38 Special, every album he's dropping this year has been fire. It's been fire, and he just added Ransom to the Trust crew. That's gonna be major problems now. Like Griselda got competition now with Trust. Now that they added Ransom to the mix, it's gonna be an issue. They're gonna have some problems. I think I would love to hear Nas over some 38 Special production. What producers would you link Lauryn with? Um, I think with Lauryn, it would be a mix of like uh what's his name? How you say Trey Canada? I think I'm saying it wrong. With him and with who else? Questlove. Um, damn. I would say Dilla if Dilla was alive. I think I could definitely hear Lauren and Dilla together. Apollo Brown, maybe. I don't know. I think it would be a mix. A mix. I think I don't know if I could just see her do like an album with just one person, but Mad Lib maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I think it would be like a mix for her. Trey Canada. That's what I think. That's how you say his name. I think I would definitely. He's dope. He's a dope producer. Um. Yeah, it would be like a mix for her at this point. How do I feel about the Joey Badass EP? Was cool. Yeah, I don't really hear nobody talking about that though. You know what I'm saying? Like and he's doing like movies now. He's gonna be in the Power book 2 spinoff. He's gonna be playing like a main character in that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the EP I heard it was alright. It wasn't like nothing, that I went back to. Who has the best punchlines? Big L to me. Sean Price is great. Sean Price is right there because he was witty, and I loved a lot of the things that he said. But Big L to me was like one of the best at that. You know, it's all good. Who would you put with Lauryn Hill, Marquise? Who would you what like what if you had to pick a producer to do for Lauren to do like an EP with? Who would you pick? Like what producer? I think she's talented enough to use more than one producer. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like if Dilla was here, I could definitely see Lauren and Dilla working together. Questlove, like I said, Madlib. You know what I'm saying? She could work with different producers. Like she's that talented. You know, I feel like that about Nas. That's why I don't feel like I don't want Nas doing these one-off albums with producers because he can work with different ones. Like he's done it in the past. Big pun on Fat Joe, pun definitely. I think pun stepped Fat Joe's pen game up. When you hear Don Carter Jenner, that was a classic album. Um oh yeah, Salam Remy, that's right, right. The Salam work with them. But I mean even with Salam now it's like I haven't been excited for like the last project that Salam did that I liked was the No Panty mixtape that group with Joel Ortiz and Bodega Bams and Nitty Scott MC. That was a dope ass mixtape album. You know what I'm saying? And Salam did all the beats on there and it had like that old school Fuji's vibe to it. But I haven't been impressed with like those little EPs he's done with Black Thought and I'm like I didn't care for that. I don't know like if Salam would give her like his best stuff right now. Lauren and Apollo Brown, yeah. I think definitely Apollo Brown. I could hear Apollo Brown well, like a more like introspective type of album, like the Easy Truth, like the joint he did with Sky Zoo. I love that album. That the production on there was classic. Great album. Favorite John Legend song. Um, favorite John Legend song. I love Heaven. Uh, Used to Love You. A lot. I love those songs. Um, Green Light. Where You Place Just Blaze. Just Blaze would be like in my top maybe 20, 25. I mean, like just like the stuff he did for Rockefeller, you know, for Jay and for State Property and Freeway. This the Saigon first album, Greatest Story Never Told. That's a modern day classic in my opinion. Heavily slept on. Um, yeah, Just Blaze is definitely a legend. He did a lot of hits with people. You know, Crazy in Love for Beyonce and um Lauren and Rock Marcy. Hmm, interesting. Lauren and Rock Marcy. I never thought about that pair up. Lauren and Eric Sermon. Maybe if it was Eric Sermon from the '90s, like 94, 95 Eric Sermon. I don't know about Eric now. Like not 94, 95 Eric Sermon. I would say yeah, like that would be an interesting collab. Onyx versus Naughty by Nature. Um, I gotta go with Naughty. Like I seen Naughty also. I seen Naughty live. They were great. Never seen Onyx, but both of them like. Well, I think Naughty have a more solid discography up until I want to say like 1999. Onyx, I would say up until Shut Them Down, and then they started to like fall off and shit. But I mean, I even though I heard like a lot of I heard some of the albums they did with Snow Goons, but it's not like classic material they doing. Um, Favorite Wu Tang affiliate album. Uh, I gotta go with Gravediggers, but I love the Killer Army is it Silent Wars, probably Weaponry, something like that. That joint was fire. You know, Gravediggers, 6 Feet Deep. That's a classic album. Love that album. You know, Who's your favorite R&B producers? Uh, Teddy Riley, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Babyface, Jermaine Dupri, who else? I know I'm forgetting some people. But that's like the majority of them. Teddy Riley was huge. Um, R. Kelly, yeah, R. Kelly for sure. He did a lot of hits with people. I forgot about him. Capadonna, first album was classic. The Pillage, definitely enjoyed that. I think I might do an album review for that for the Pillage. 'Cause I want to do like more of the Wu-Tang affiliate albums. Um, yeah, like Capadonna, Remedy, Sons of Men. I want to do like those album discussions. Lauryn Hill and Diamond D. Interesting, interesting pick. I mean, if Diamond D could mix like if his production could be like boom bap and like R&B, then I think it would be dope. Like if he gave us like banging tracks like Final Hour or Lost Ones, like that would be dope. I could definitely hear that combo, you know. Favorite member of NWA, Ice Cube, definitely top 10 in my opinion. He has a good discography up until like One Piece, but like this early stuff like Death Certificate was like probably like the first gangster rap album I heard. The Predator, love that album. Lethal Injection, America's Most Wanted, Killer Will, classic Cube stuff. MC Ren is dope too. Kiss My Black Ass. That's a solid album. You know, definitely underrated in the crew. Of course, Dr. Dre, a legend. No doubt. The Villain in Black, another dope ass album. He was your second favorite, Brother Lynch. Hey, I never listened to Brother Lynch. I'm out to check out Brother Lynch albums. I'm gonna definitely check out the Season of the Sickness album. You know, Houdini or BDP. BDP definitely legendary collective. Houdini is dope. They were slept on, but I think BDP has better albums though. You know, EPMD or BDP. I gotta go EPMD. Definitely one of my favorite groups of all time. You know, Eric and Parrish. Favorite DITC member. Um, favorite DITC member. Probably I would say Big L. You know, Big L definitely did his thing when he was here. A short amount of time. Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. Thanks for sending it to me, King. Favorite Capone Noriega member, Nori, definitely Nori. I mean, he not great lyrically. Like once in a blue, he'll say like something something witty. But I do think his first album is an underrated classic. Nobody really mentions that album. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review for that. I might. Favorite Nori song, Banned from TV, Body in the Trunk. That was a classic. That whole NORE album is classic. Like Mathematics and Esta Loca. Love My Life is I like a lot of classics on that album. Favorite song from Jewel's album, War Games. Love that song with Pharoah Monch and Prince Poe. Organized, organized, organized confusion. That was a great song. Dangerous with Big L. Another great collab on that album. That album, I was supposed to do a review for that with me and Marquise, but I didn't write the notes for it. So, but I do want to do an album review for that at some point. I just had like other stuff to do at that time though. But at some point, I will be doing a review for that. You know, classic album. That's my favorite OC album too. The Jewel's album. Favorite EPMD album. Business Never Personal. That was the first one I ever bought from EPMD. Classic. Still my favorite one. Um, I love most of their stuff though. Like their first four are great. Um, what's the other one I like? Back in Business. That was a great album too. You know, they got some classics. They got some classics. Got Rich in New York. Favorite EPMD song. Um, so what you're saying? Love that song. I love that bass line for it. That was dope. The crossover, headbanger. There's so many, so many. Definitely a legendary group. You know? Think I'm gonna end the stream. Um, but this was fun. Definitely glad that we could talk about Lauryn Hill first album. So classic song, classic album. Definitely pick it up if you don't have it. Uh, Tyler Perry. I don't like Tyler Perry. I watched like one Medea movie with when Kiki Palmer was little. I forgot the name of it though. One of those Medea movies, but I'm not a fan of Tyler Perry's movies like that. Favorite song from Doc's the Name, 2000. Keep on 99. That was a great song. No doubt, no doubt. Salute Marquise. Me and Marquise, we're gonna be doing something special for Woo Wednesday soon, like in September. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but we're gonna do something dope for Woo Wednesday. For like my monthly Woo Wednesday discussions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that. And what else? What else is coming up? There's some other things I'm doing. I'm doing a DVD collection vid over the weekend, like my You could say my whole collection of wrestling DVD box sets and stuff like that I got over the years. So I'll be doing collections vid for that on the weekend. That's gonna be pre-recorded, so stay tuned for that. Um, the album tournament that's coming up. I want to do that like on Sunday, but if we can't do it Sunday, I want to be able to get everybody together for that. But if we can't do it on Sunday, then the first week of September we'll do that. What else? There's some other things that I'm planning because I want to do other things besides just music discussions. But I got a lot of stuff being planned. I'm working on like computer graphics for the podcast. Just trying to just add different designs and stuff like that. For the intro and the outro. So just be on the lookout. The Scarface DVD? Nah, I'm doing like first I'm doing like it's a wrestling like my wrestling collection vid, like all of my wrestling DVDs and box sets that I got over the years. A lot some of these DVDs like 15 years old, so it's those, and then I might do like a movie collection vid with like some of my Blu-rays and movie box sets. That'll be like I'll pre-record both of those, but like the wrestling one is coming first, and then the movie one will come after that. So I'm gonna do that, and just different things. Yo, just trying to do different things on here. So what I'm saying, I got some other guests that's gonna be coming on here as well in the future. So just look out for that. You know, the Scarface, I might show it. I mean, it's a classic movie, so I might show it. You never know. I haven't decided yet what, like for the movies. I haven't decided what I'm going to show yet, but I got a lot of movies on like Blu-ray and DVD, so I might show like some underrated stuff or some classic stuff. But you'll know. Yes, when you see the video, you know what it is. So thanks to everybody for always showing support. Um, Sam, I don't like I said, like I didn't take you off of moderator for no reason. It's just like I gotten a complaint from somebody. I still don't know who kicked out the dude, but you've been riding with us for a long time, so you got to be a moderator. I made Guillermo moderator. I made Eric a moderator. I don't see Eric in here tonight, but um, I just want everybody to have their own opinion on things and not feel like they gotta disrespect the next person on here. That's not what we're about over here. It's like we're about speaking our mind, and that's just what it is. So you know, yeah, so definitely look out for those vids coming up, and I'll holler at you. Peace.